You're about to listen to TADPOG. Tyler and Dave play old games. It's a comedy video game podcast. We would like to stress that the hosts are not experts and are really just very crass commentators. Seriously, this is an explicit podcast that happens to talk about video games sometimes. So please enjoy this pretty okay podcast with Tyler and Dave.
Hello, Internet, and welcome to another TADPOG podcast. It's a show that happens every damn week.
Every week.
Every damn week.
Even though it feels like it's been a long time since I've recorded.
It does feel like it's been a long time.
It has not. It has been exactly 1 week. Mm-hmm. It's just been, there has been a whole span of Dragon Con between then and now.
Yeah, you had a vacation and I had work.
Yeah, a lot of work.
I had a lot of work.
How's that work going?
It's getting better.
Is it all
getting better.
Almost all done? All the work?
I bet we're halfway.
Hey, that's better than not halfway, I guess.
Because we have everybody, we have two teams. One team's ready to go.
Like the X-Men, gold team and blue team.
That's always, whenever they say that, that's always what I think about.
Yeah, are you Beast? You're Beast.
Beast? See, it's weird. It's a weird allegory because I think of the management as Fantastic Four.
Oh, you think of the management of Fantastic Four
Yep.
that are over the X-Men?
Yeah, I mean,
no.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. No,
bud, no way.
I am with you.
I think they're like rebooting the Fantastic Four. I heard something about that. So
they should let Marvel have the rights back to that.
I think that's, man, maybe I'm misunderstood, but I've heard a rumor that like that is pretty much happening.
Good, because
like
Marvel can make a good movie out of Fantastic Four.
Yeah, that would be cool. But like I said, I can't like. That is just something that I heard, and I might have made it up.
Yeah,
I just made it up on the spot.
Well, that's what they should do. Sony should be like, okay, well, 3 strikes, we're out. Here you go. Here's it back. We're keeping Deadpool. You can have this one back.
Yeah, right, exactly. I don't know, man. I don't know that the Fantastic Four. I would love to see it work. I just think the Fantastic Four is so like.
It's probably pretty hard to do.
Pretty dated. I mean, you know, when it's like everything is like about weird science stuff.
Yeah.
Where. I guess that worked in the 60s because everything like seemed really far-fetched, but like what do you got to do now? Like
I just want to see them get that back and get the rights to Galactus and have some of that shit going on in Infinity War. So.
Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, that would definitely be cool. So. Yeah, I didn't think about the Avengers like tie-ins and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Like I don't know, man. I don't know that I want to watch another Fantastic Four movie. That may or may not be happening.
Another Fantastic Four Origins?
Yeah.
Because they couldn't do it. If Marvel got it back, they just have to pick it up and not do another origin story.
Yeah. I watched the Jessica Alba one because Jessica Alba was in it.
But she's invisible, so.
No. Not for all of it. Some of it.
But you went to Dragon Con. Tell me about Dragon Con.
Yeah, I did. I went to Dragon Con. It was awesome. I am back way too fucking soon, it feels like. I don't want to be back. It sucks. We got there, and then it was a drunken blur and haze until the last day, and then I snapped back too when I went to start the car in the parking garage, and that wouldn't start.
Are you talking about on Twitch?
Yeah, because I totally did this thing where it's like I parked the car when we first got there. Never park at Con. Never, ever park at the hotel at Con because it's like super expensive and you might get a boot on your car like I did the first year. And we saw some people with boots on their cars this year.
Well, Jacob had to move. Normally you park at Jacob's.
Yeah, kind of, sort of normally. But it's like, I don't know. It's actually... Like, parking at Jacob's was really nice of him to let us do that, but it is really super inconvenient because it, like, you totally have to, like, get a ride in to Con, which means that you have to get a ride in. Yep. And it's like, if you're leaving your car there, you're not driving, so it's just kind of like...
Well, see, now that I'm familiar with Uber, like, I feel like it'd be a lot. $10, okay, go get my car, we're done.
Yeah, that would be really good. So. I think the best way to do it is to park at the MARTA station and the parking garage, and then at the end of the con, pay $60, and you've paid for all your parking, and it's done.
True.
But you got to take the train in to right near the hotel and then carry all your shit in, right? Mm-hmm. So we packed light, which was awesome. I was like super proud of Nikki because like we showed up with a suitcase, a duffel bag, and a cooler, and that was it. And so we didn't do any of that nonsense where we drive to the hotel and then drop off like a 18 suitcases, 4 coolers. You know, we didn't do any of that. And then one of us drive to the station, park the car, and then ride the train in. We just fucking did it all in one go. So that was smart. But like what wasn't smart was I left a USB charger plugged into the cigarette lighter in the car. And the worst part about it is I was getting on the MARTA when I realized that I had done that. And I told Nikki, I was like, shit, I left that thing plugged into the car. And she was like, you better go and unplug it. And I was like, no, I don't think it pulls a charge. And really, I just said that because I didn't want to walk back to, I didn't want to, leave the station, cross the street, go up 4 flights to the parking garage, and then unplug that thing. Meanwhile, this is we had waited 10 minutes for the train to arrive. So it means we're going to have to wait another 10, 15 minutes for the car for the next train to arrive. So I was like, no, I don't think it pulls a charge. I had no idea.
Mine doesn't, so I wouldn't have thought anything about it.
I just convinced myself. I was like, yeah, it'll be fine. I never put it to the test.
I reject this reality and substitute my own.
Right, yeah, exactly. I mean, I'd gone into work before with it plugged in and then come back out and everything's been fine.
Yeah.
But I guess when you leave it in a parking garage for a full 4 days with it plugged in, it's a totally different scenario. So yeah, when we got back out, I put the key in the car, turned it, and I heard just rapid clicking, and I was like, the battery's dead. So I did something that I never, ever liked doing. I flagged somebody down. And I was like, hey, can you give me a jump? And thank you, James from Dragon Con. Not James Livingston, but other James, the friendly James from the parking garage. He gave me a jump, which was great until we stopped to get gas 3 hours later, and the car wouldn't start again. And it was like,
this battery's shot completely.
Yeah, the battery's absolutely fucked. And it was. So on the way home, after another dude who reminded me of McElwain's dad jumped my car.
Daddle-Wayne.
Yeah, Daddle-Wayne. He was really cool. And he was like, you probably need to get a new battery. I'm going to tell you where the nearest AutoZone is. And it's like, okay. He's like, it's 20 minutes away at exit 114. It's like, all right. So we went there, got a new battery, put it in. It put us all of this put us an hour behind schedule. And then I got home. We tucked Henry in. I streamed. Was pretty drunk. I got pretty drunk again. It was like, yeah, try.
It's been a bad day.
Yeah, well, not just that. It was like, yeah, it's been a bad day, but also, I refuse that Dragon Con is over. Even though I'm home, it's fine. I'm gonna drink.
Well, it's over when you have to go to bed to get up to go to work.
I know.
So since you were off today,
I know.
You had one more bonus day.
Yeah, which is tonight for sure. Dragon Con ends tonight.
Tonight's right. Yeah.
Which really, really sucks. Maybe I'll get one more stream in. Get super fucked up tonight. Stream some Shining Force.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Shining Force Final Conflict.
Yeah, man. It's fan translated.
You're damn right it is.
No North American release for that bad boy.
No, and I don't get it. I think it would have been a good release, but
so far I think it's pretty solid. We're going to do an episode on that, so I don't want to talk about it too much.
Yeah,
but I need to get back into it, dude. I bought The Messenger, which just came out, which is new Ninja Gaiden. I don't know if you. I don't know. I can't remember if I talked about it on the show.
Do you
or not.
have Ninja Gaiden an NES cart?
No, I sure don't.
I have one. I'm going to give you as soon as we're done.
Awesome. Where'd that turn up?
A yard sale.
Yeah, you get a good price on it.
$1.
Dude, that is fucking rare to find shit at yard sales around here. Because it's every time I go on Facebook, Marketplace or something, or Craigslist, there's always someone on there who's got old video games. I'll buy them. And it's I don't know who they are, but they're getting everything pretty much.
His name is Tyler Dunnigan.
Yeah, I know. Tyler Dunnigan does get a whole bunch of shit.
But I randomly, and it was 11 o'clock on a Saturday. Normally everything is fucking picked over.
Yeah, that is late, dude.
Because Melissa wanted to go, and we just stopped to buy a random one, and he had 3 Nintendo cartridges.
What else did he have?
There. Bought some old Taco John's cups.
Cool, man.
Some old Pizza Hut cups.
Nice, dude. The pizza, the red ones with the cracked kind of texture to them.
No. These were the to-go cups, the rad designs, and the Pizza Hut one had the hat, the Pizza Hut symbol on it.
Yeah, totally.
Some old Hardee's cups with a moose or something on it.
Are they plastic or glass?
No, plastic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because what I really want is, I remember being a kid, and I remember at some point, I think it was Hardee's, had drinking glasses that had prints on them, right?
Yes,
they
they
had
did.
California raisins, and I think this is gonna sound crazy because I was super young, but at some point I swear Hardee's had some kind of Cubert promotion thing where they had like Q*bert toys, and because I remember having one of like Q*bert on like one of the purple discs or whatever, with like the rainbow center on it, and I could have sworn they had like cups too, or drinking glasses, I should say.
I think you're right. I feel like I remember the California Raisins glasses because I had the California Raisins like with two, pipe cleaners for arms. Those toys.
Yeah, those for sure. I know
And
Hardy's
the little
had
plastic
those.
ones. I've got all the little plastic
Oh
ones
man,
too.
do you have them still?
I think my mom has them.
Oh shit, dog, that is awesome. Yeah, I don't know where mine are. Scattered to the wind.
Yep. What else? And then they said, somebody came. I had a Nintendo and a PlayStation 1 out here, and somebody came and bought all of it, and I forgot I had these games, so I just set them back out. I was like, all right, I'll take them.
So what were the two other games?
2 copies of Mario Duck Hunt.
Oh, well, bummer.
So I was like, I'll just take them.
But yeah, whatever, right?
Yep. And since I bought them, she's like, oh, you just have those cups for free.
Sweet
Deal. Thank you. Three games and a bunch of old cups for $3.
Hell yeah.
Done.
That's the real benefit of going at 11 o'clock. Because it's like, you might not find a whole bunch of good shit.
But what's there, they fucking want to go.
It's gone. It's trash to them. Yeah, you found their trash. 11 o'clock is trash hour at garage sales. That's awesome, man. Well, that's really sweet. I'm glad that you stopped by. I'm glad that you thought of me when you saw Ninja Gaiden.
I was like, I'm gonna give that a day.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm excited. I almost bought Ninja Gaiden at Dragon Con because they had a booth set up selling old games. And when I say I almost bought Ninja Gaiden, what I mean was I almost
You
looked.
saw it.
No, not even that. What it means is I saw a booth where they were selling Nintendo, like NES games, and I was like, well, there sure are a lot of those, and there's also a lot of people looking at them, and I'm sure it's overpriced. So I'm gonna assume that Ninja Gaiden and Ghosts and Goblins are in there, but I'm not gonna buy them.
So I'm gonna give you that Ninja Gaiden and my TMNT that's in there as well.
Oh fuck yeah, man!
Those.
All right, I still need to beat TMNT. I've never beat that one. I've gotten to the Technodrome. I've almost gotten to
You got
Shredder.
one screen from Shredder.
I know, one screen for Shredder. Maybe now.
Damn.
Maybe now with this physical totem, I'll be able to do it. So what have you been up to, man?
Just work.
Lots of work.
Work, yeah.
We got a package here.
That's true.
You want to open it?
I'm glad you said that.
From
I keep so much trash around that
there's a lot of trash on the table.
I need to come in here and clean this place up and then remount all these.
Yeah, those things are all gone. That kind of looks like, because you've got like acoustic foam tiles on the wall, but they've probably about 60% of them have fallen off.
It's so crammed in here that when I get up to leave, I knock them off the wall.
You brush them, right. It's impossible to not brush them, and they do fall off the wall. It does kind of look like a Komodo dragon molting in here.
So this is from Shadowrunner Cody.
Shadowrunner Cody, sending us more stuff. We still have your Silent Hill 2.
And I remember, I see this game. I remember this game.
What is it? What did he send us?
I feel like I saw Zach maybe play it.
Oh, Evil Dead.
Regeneration. Which is not the one. I remember Fistful of Boomstick was the other one. I don't remember.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, full everything. Rated M for mature.
Well, sweet. I'm assuming this is a loner as well. I haven't played Silent Hill 2 yet.
Because
Working on it.
It's got Ash on the cover and then another very small person beside him who I don't recognize.
Is it Mini Ash?
I don't think so. Let's see. Evil Dead's over-the-top signature style. Use and abuse Sam. Is that a comma? Sam, Ash's half-deadite sidekick.
Okay.
Non-stop action with dual weapon combos. Bruce Campbell as Ash. Ted Raimi as the voice of the sidekick.
Ted Raimi?
Ted Raimi.
Is that like Sam's brother or something?
I'm assuming it is.
It's irrelevant.
And his name is Sam.
Whose name is
Ted
Sam?
Raimi is the voice of Sam, the half-deadite sidekick.
Okay.
Chainsaw, shotgun, sidekick, and all-new deadite army to kill. What more does a real hero need?
So Bruce Campbell does voice acting in this?
Yeah, I guess he does.
Cool. Who developed this? Does it
THQ.
THQ, okay.
Havoc and Cranky Pants.
All right.
All right, I'm down.
Yeah, let's do it. And then we can do Nicole's first episode of the movie podcast.
Yep.
And talk about Evil Dead. I'm excited.
Yeah, dude. So you hear that, Dave? Do you hear it?
What? Do I hear what?
That thing. That train.
Do I hear the train?
Yeah. Or is there other stuff you want to talk about?
That's rolling in the station?
Like we hit a lull, so I was like, we can get this over with.
Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and get it over with. I can talk about I can talk about something that I told my my car battery horror story about at Dragon Con. There's something that everyone needs to know about if you're if you're into board games. Even if you're not into board games, there's a really, really good board game that you need to buy. I'm not being paid by the developer of the game or anything. It's just like, it's such a good game and it's only $35. And the design,
Dave Moore's Board Game Adventure.
Right, yeah. It's okay, here's what it is. It's a shoebox that has Dave Moore's Board Game Adventure written on it. You pay $35 for it, and there will be a board game inside there.
You open the box, you fill it with your hopes and dreams.
Right.
Cover it back up and wait for it to come true. $35.
And that's it. It's the best board game you can ask for.
It's basically, it's The Secret, the board game.
Yeah, right. And it's actually, it actually doubles as an Indian in the cupboard, kind of cupboard too, because like you can put whatever you want in there and it might come to life.
Yeah, you just gotta find that key.
It might. You do have to find the key.
Yeah,
you do have to find the key. The board game is $35. The cupboard's $35. The key, on the other hand, is like $750,000. But
it's a process artifact, lost in space and time. But if you can find it, it will work.
It will work. Yeah, right. We're actually building a religion around this. I like that. But the game is called Secret Hitler. Have you ever heard of it?
Yes, I thought about buying that.
Dude, Secret Hitler is really, really, really good.
That makes me happy to see.
It is really good.
Because I read amazing reviews for it on Amazon, and I thought about getting it.
Fucking buy it. It is worth it. It is $35, and it is the game design itself is great. And the graphic design as well, it's really, really well done. It's all published under the Creative Commons, which I think is really neat.
Oh, okay.
So it essentially means that you can modify it as you wish, which is really, really cool. Like, so you can modify it. And I honestly don't know which Creative Commons license it's under, but if it's under a certain one, you could modify it, repackage it, sell it. So I think that's really neat. But it's the whole game is about I'm curious whether or not you would like it, Tyler, because the game is seriously one big trader mechanic, kind of. Because essentially, when you start the game, there are...
Don't tell me Hitler's the traitor.
Well, not just Hitler, but there are also fascists trying to help Hitler. But see, what's really cool is Hitler doesn't know who the fascists are. So Hitler's trying to figure out who the liberals are and who the fascists are. The only ones who know everything, everyone's secret identity, are the fascists. Because the fascist players who are randomly determined, you're given an envelope at the beginning, and inside that envelope it says whether you're liberal or fascist, and if you're Hitler. So if you're Hitler, you're always going to be a fascist. But the goal is to either get the goal for the fascists
you just made Jacob be like, I want to make a version where Hitler's the liberal.
Yeah, I mean, sure, you could do that. Creative Commons. Yeah, Liberal Hitler is the name of the game. Only thing that's changed is that Hitler's liberal. But it is totally straight up a lot of fun because in the beginning of the game, no one but the fascists know who everyone's affiliations lie. And so, as a liberal, the majority of the players are liberals, right? And what you're trying to do is as a liberal, you're trying to pass 6 liberal laws, 6 liberal policies, and you win the game. That's a liberal victory. And the fascists are trying to get either all fascist policies or enough fascist policies enacted so that they can make Hitler chancellor. Because once you have 3 fascist policies in law, then all of a sudden, then it becomes a matter of, okay, now Hitler can win the game because each round someone takes a turn as the president, and the president nominates another player to be his chancellor. And that chancellor, between the president and the chancellor, they are the ones who determine the policies that are enacted. So the president will take 3 secret tiles and look at them, and they're all either going to say, each one of them is either going to say liberal or fascist. And then the president takes 2 of those, they discard 1, and they take those 2 and pass them to the chancellor. And then the chancellor looks at them and chooses which one of those policies to enact. So it creates this thing where it is possible that the president draws 3 fascist tiles, and no matter what, it's going to be a fascist policy is going to be in play. But it creates this doubt because it's well, did they really draw 3 fascist tiles, or are they just saying that because they are secret Hitler? So it's kind of stuff like that. And then once 3 fascist policies go in, every time, okay,
You don't know who Hitler is, and you don't know who the fascists are,
as a liberal, correct.
but you know who the liberals are.
No, the liberals don't know anything. So like it's a game of trying to figure out who is what. And so it's also, because of that, it's also a game where it's totally a game about lying, because it's like, if I'm a fascist, I want the liberals to believe that I'm a liberal. So what that means is every now and then I might pass a liberal policy. Like if I'm the chancellor, especially if I'm Hitler, right? If I'm Hitler and it's like early in the game, I'm going to pass a liberal policy because I want everyone to think that I'm liberal, so that later on in the game, when when a fascist nominates me to be chancellor, I'll at least have hopefully a liberal voting yes, because that's another huge mechanic. Whenever a president nominates a chancellor, everybody has 2 cards that says ja or nein, and you're voting for that chancellor. And if the majority is ja, then the president's nominated chancellor becomes chancellor. And if that is Hitler, then it's game over. Hitler and the fascists win. So if you elect, if the fascist trick liberals into voting yes for Hitler as chancellor, the game is over once 3 fascist laws are passed. It sounds, that probably sounds like really boring.
No, it doesn't at all.
But it is like so fast, and it's like everyone wants to play it fast, because like you just want to get, I don't know, it's fun, and you want to like get those policies on the board as like fast as possible. Essentially, the fascist goal is just to sow chaos and like just try to make everyone doubt everyone else as much as possible, because if you do that, they're more likely to fuck up. The liberals are more likely to fuck up.
Yeah.
And then it's like, it gets crazy, because it's like, if 4 fascist policies are enacted, the president can assassinate somebody. The president can just, or execute somebody. The president can just choose somebody. And since it's a fascist policy, more likely than not, if it's a fascist president, they're going to try to execute someone they're positive as a liberal, which the fascists know. So, I mean, they can just knock a liberal right out. But then that causes suspicion, because everyone's like, well, why did you shoot Dave? Like, why did you do that? And then so it's a game that's all about like table talk.
So they couldn't accidentally assassinate Hitler.
They could accidentally assassinate Hitler, but they'd have to be like pretty drunk, because like they know who Hitler is at the beginning of the game. Because the way it works is really cool, because it's like everyone gets their envelope, right? And in that envelope it says whether they're liberal or fascist or Hitler. And so everyone looks at it, and then they close their eyes, and someone announces, in this case it was Meister Wiley, because he is really good at running board games. Like really good at running board games. I wish I would have filmed him running Secret Hitler, because like it would be like the best video on YouTube on how to play this game, because he did a really, really good job. But like, so you look at your cards, your identity, and your loyalty, and you put them back in the envelope, and you all close your eyes, and then Wiley says, okay, fascist, or he says, okay, everyone put your arm up, make a fist and put your arm up. Everyone close your eyes. Fascists, except for Hitler, open your eyes and acknowledge each other. So everyone who's not a fascist has their eyes closed, but the fascists have their eyes open and they're looking at one another. And then Wiley says, Hitler, put up your thumb. So Hitler puts up his thumb, Secret Hitler puts up his or her thumb, and then the person playing Hitler still has their eyes closed, but the fascists see, okay, that's Hitler. That's who we need to get elected chancellor once 3 fascist policies have passed.
Oh, okay.
It's really, really cool, and it is like
So could a liberal be elected president? 3 fascist policies, and then they kill the person they think is Hitler, and game over?
No, they can't. Well, if Hitler's assassinated or executed, yeah, it's game over. Okay. It's an automatic liberal victory. There is also like really,
that's the riskiest way to play the game. It sounds like, but
yeah, it could be risky, but it's more risky for the fascists. I mean, because it's like, I mean, yeah, it would suck if a liberal president accidentally executes another liberal. That would suck really bad. And there are situations that can kind of happen where it's like, we had one game run kind of long, and it was down essentially to 3 liberals. And no, I'm sorry, it was 2 and 2. It was like, because one of the players had been assassinated, another one of the players had been executed. And it's like the liberals had figured out who the other liberal was and knew that the other two were fascist. And it was just like, we just didn't know, because I was playing a liberal at the time. We just didn't know which of the fascists was Hitler. So we had a 50-50 shot, because when the liberals pass a certain number of policies, they can assassinate somebody. So we assassinated Drew of Hops and Heroes when we should have assassinated McElwain of Contra 3 TADPOG fame.
Of course, McElwain is Hitler.
But it's really fun because it's like, especially when you've been drinking a little bit, because it's just like people are.
I mean, fascism is always fun when you've been drinking a little bit.
Right, sure. Everyone gets really kind of sloppy, and like accusations start just like wildly flying. It's really fun. There was a game where I was 100% convinced that JD of Ramon Castillo's old-fashioned Ramon's wife fame, we were playing together, and I was 100% that she was Hitler. And it's like she was 100% that I was Hitler. Neither of us were Hitler.
You guys, I am not
Right?
secret Hitler.
Right, yeah, like Jacob was doing with Shadows over Camelot.
Yeah.
I know. It was great. I loved when he did that with all those random people, because it's like I am the traitor and I can exploit. I can make it, because when Jacob said that, he totally looked like he was a traitor.
Yep.
And I was like, I'm the traitor, and I'm going to take advantage of that because these people don't know Jacob. So yeah, Secret Hitler is like a really, really, really fun game. I recommend you play it with friends, because we didn't play it with randos. I don't know how it would go. I'm sure it would still be fun, but it probably wouldn't be like the same experience.
Yeah, just scream at a stranger that they're a fascist.
Just yell. Yeah, and it's like people who were passing our rooms like had to have been like, what the fuck is going on in there? Because it's like, yeah, like they're hearing comments like, you fucking fascist and you're 100% Hitler. Like stuff like that. For like 4 or 5 hours. We played this game for a long time. McElwain and I were jonesing for it because we played it like one night, and then like the next day we were both like, all right, who wants to play Secret Hitler? And then we did. We played it later that night.
All right.
It was really good. I bought the Thing board game because I really like the movie, The Thing. And Ramon was telling me that it's kind of like Secret Hitler, but like, have you seen the movie The Thing?
A long time ago.
Okay, so it's like this, you know the premise, the basic premise? It's like this alien that was dug up from underneath the ice of Antarctica, and it is like infiltrated like a base, a research base, and it is pretending to be a human, but it's not a human.
Oh, okay. No, I haven't seen this, but I've read a lot of science fiction Reddit questions about it.
It's a really, really, really good movie. It's a John Carpenter movie, and it is really good. It's got Kurt Russell in it because it's great. And it is like, so the board game is essentially kind of like Secret Hitler, but you go on missions instead of do elections. And if you bring the imposter along with you, there's a chance that it can sabotage the mission, and that's a problem. But there's also a point in the game where the alien can essentially infect somebody else. So you're dealing with multiple things. So it's really cool. So yeah, that's pretty much Dragon Con in a nutshell for me. Other than drinking heavily,
Pretty good.
it was really good. It was really, really good. And we were like on the 6th floor of the Hilton, like right by the back stairs. That was pretty fucking
sweet.
awesome. Yeah. The only way it could have been any better is 5th floor. 5th floor Hilton is the best floor because you got those landings and tables where you can play. Yeah. Yep. And it's like close enough to the ground where you don't really ever have to take the elevator. So took a lot of stairs. It was fun. Ate a lot of food I shouldn't have eaten.
Yeah. You gotta.
Man, have you heard of stuffed pizza? That's a thing. I'm sure it's like a mall chain because it was in the food court. But Romans, have you heard of Romans Pizza?
I've heard Noble Romans, but not.
Maybe it was Noble Romans. I don't know. I remember Romans because I was literally drunk the entire time. Like I mean, like at some level of buzz the entire time, and it was amazing. But yeah, they had like this stuffed pizza where it's essentially like imagine when they're making your pizza slice. It's a pizza slice. I just imagine they took another crust and like just put it over the pizza and they're like tucked it in. So it's like it's kind of like a
big calzone.
Kind of like a calzone, but it's got sauce on it and not as much bread because you know like I love a calzone, man, but like calzones sometimes they got too much bread in them. You know,
Yeah, you gotta dip them. Yeah,
you gotta dip them. Yeah, exactly. Calzone without like stromboli or something like that is like bullshit. Get it out. Don't want it. So we have a local pizza place that totally does that, and I hate it because it's like every time I get it, I'm like, yeah, calzone, and as I'm eating it, I'm like, well, this is pretty much bread with a little bit of cheese in it.
Breadsticks. This is cheese. This is very bready cheese sticks.
Shitty breadsticks. Yeah, a big old blob of breadstick is pretty much what it is. So yeah, it was cool. Thanks for letting me like go on about Secret Hitler for like 20 minutes.
That was very entertaining.
Seriously,
that was good.
Seriously, check out Secret Hitler. If you know somebody who owns it, ask them if they will play it with you. You do need like I think at least 5 players, and it takes a maximum of 10. Play with as many people as you can because the game does scale. And it is like so much more fun when you've got a full group because it is just absolute madness.
Let's play 2 people Secret Hitler.
Yeah, unfortunately, you can't do that. I do hear that. I do hear that. What is that? I do hear that goose stepping, which of course ushers. I'm going that route as far as like another different kind of World War II train. I definitely don't. Not going to bring that one up.
Here, just trainloads of Jews going. No,
not doing that. Not doing that. Ushering, rolling into the station. This is a first time listeners. This is a bit we do about trains. So this is a weird, like, I mean, it's weird, but it's not like a specifically Hitler thing.
Yeah.
Of course, I hear that train, which ushers in a segment that we like to call Dave Reads from Wikipedia. Okay, everyone. Donkey Kong 3, or as it's known in Japan, Donkey Kongu Sori, is the third video game in the original Donkey Kong series by Nintendo. Never heard of them. It was released near simultaneously for the arcades and family computer in Japan, and it was later released in America on the Nintendo Entertainment System way the fuck later. It was like 1986 when this game came out on the NES, and it came out in the arcades in 1983. So like there's a full 3 years that went by, which I guess in that time, the early 80s, was not a huge deal, but it's really honestly seems like a really long span of time, especially when we get into this game and talk about why we don't like it.
What? You don't know.
I mean, no spoilers. I mean, I am probably going to defend this game more than I should, but I'll get into why when we get into whether or not we think this game is good or not. But this game was re-released on the Wii Virtual Console in North America in 2008. And although it is a sequel, this title is a departure in gameplay from previous titles. This was a Miyamoto joint. Miyamoto did direct this game, and it was produced by Gunpei Yokoi. So these are names that we're all familiar with. And then we talked earlier a little bit off mic about, I didn't realize until I watched the Gaming Historian's video about Donkey Kong 3, that the composer for Donkey Kong 3 was the first video game that the Earthbound composer worked on.
And he did what? He did Kid Icarus and Metroid.
Did Kid Icarus and Metroid as well. Yeah, totally. That was
Mother 1.
Hirokazu Tanaka. So yeah, Mother 1.
And I don't know why I didn't realize it until recently. In Mother, the main character's name is Nintendo. Okay, Nintendo, all right, I get it. Earthbound, NES, anagram for SNES. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that. So Mother 3, which I haven't played, main character's name is Lucas? Is it Lucas?
Which I think they lost it there.
Yeah. What's that an anagram?
Lucas and Klaus.
Klaus? Were they trying to like get in with like Lucas Arts or something? Lucas. What is that an anagram for?
Looking under.
Did you say Lucas and Klaus?
Klaus is.
Because Klaus is an anagram of Lucas.
Oh, okay, there you go.
So they're getting in on some of that anagram action.
All right, nice. They're brothers.
All right, okay, cool.
Mother 3's good.
Klaus is definitely Secret Hitler. That wasn't running through your mind. Klaus definitely Secret Hitler. I wonder if they can. I need to ask Overseas Philip, if you are listening. I haven't seen you in a while. I haven't talked to you in a while. But if you are listening, is Secret Hitler allowed in Germany? Because Overseas Philip is a German
It's
listener.
Secret Trump over in
Is
Germany.
it Secret Trump? Yeah. Yeah, it's actually the opposite kind of game. You just openly do a
All
whole
of the
bunch of shit.
Republicans know which one are the Republicans. Trump put a thumbs up.
Everyone open your eyes. That's how it
I
starts.
should say, not all Republicans are fascists. I'm making a joke. I take it back. Don't get mad, Ben.
Not
Don't
all
get
of them
mad.
are.
Not all of
Not
them.
all of them are. Yeah, this is a logical syllogism that we're going through. Syllogism's fun to say because it has jism in it. It's like a silly jism.
I do those all the time.
Oops. I slipped on a banana peel and then I came.
In a squiggly mess.
That's silly string. So you want to talk about this game?
Yeah, man.
Donkey Kong 3?
Fuck yes.
What are the big points? What are the big talking points we
It's
want to
the
go
best
over?
Donkey Kong.
Do you really think so?
No.
Which do you think is the best Donkey Kong? Because now we've played all three of them for the NES. Out of Donkey Kong, and we're strictly NES talk. Let's take arcades and other ports out of it.
Okay.
Donkey Kong NES, Donkey Kong Jr. NES, Donkey Kong 3 NES. Which is the best?
Donkey Kong Jr.
You think Donkey Kong Jr.?
Yep.
Why Donkey Kong Jr.?
I had the most fun with that.
Yeah, the most fun. That,
Yeah.
That's a really fucking good
I'd
answer.
say Donkey Kong 94 if we could throw that in
We
there.
can't. Yeah, let's just do straight up NES for now.
Yeah. Donkey Kong Jr.
Donkey Kong Jr. is good. I think I oscillate between Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Jr.
Yeah.
I really like Donkey Kong, but I'll give it to Donkey Kong Jr. because Donkey Kong for the NES doesn't have all the stages from the arcade.
And it was pretty easy.
And it was. Right, exactly. So I'll give it to Donkey Kong Jr. Math.
Yep, there we go.
I didn't include that. Sorry, I should have.
No, I don't think Donkey Kong Jr. is terrible. It's just
No.
one of those gambles that Nintendo takes, and they just lost that one. And I hear that it's a very good port from the arcade. Like the port is done well.
Yeah, it plays well. It's just missing a
It's got
stage,
good. It's got
which
good
sucks.
controller. Good controlling. It's tight. Like it looks good. I just didn't think it was. I didn't think it was very fun, or it was very repetitive. Let's put it like that.
Donkey Kong 1.
Donkey Kong 3.
Donkey Kong 3. Okay, all right.
yeah,
So
yeah.
we are talking about Donkey Kong 3. Yeah, it's kind of repetitive. I think the big thing there's a lot to take in. There's a lot to unpack with Donkey Kong 3 because it is like a huge departure from the other two games.
Because I did my research based on what you said last night in your Twitch stream about what you thought Donkey Kong 3 was.
Yes. Okay. So what did you find? What did I say? Because I was drunk. And what did you find out?
Because you felt like shooters were so big at the time that Nintendo was trying to cash in on that shooter craze.
That's what it felt like to me because this game feels like Galaga. Edgelord Kyle in the Twitch chat also mentioned that because at first I was thinking Space Invaders, but the more I played it, the more I felt that it was really Galaga because it's like can we put a pin in what you're about to tell me? Please don't forget it, but I do think it's important to say that this game we need to explain how it is like Galaga because the way that it's played is you are playing as Stanley the Bugman, not Mario, and this is the first time you're not Mario in a Donkey Kong game, which is a bummer for a lot of people, but whatever. It is what it is kind of thing. I get it. Stanley the Bugman, who, from what I understand, made his first appearance in a Game & Watch game called Greenhouse.
Yep. He was like the fumigator.
The fumigator, yeah. So he's got this bug sprayer, this like as far as I'm concerned, it looks like a 1940s
Just looked like
style,
you're just
like
jerking off a giant cock. I love it.
yeah, because it does. It looks like it's like I don't know, man. Do people still use these? They look like a giant police whistle with like a super soaker handle
Yeah.
on the back of it. Like
I doubt it is used anymore, but I bet it
probably
is.
not because it probably like
somewhere.
gave everyone cancer.
Yep.
Like it was one of those where it's like, oh god,
This is my cancer duster.
this is my cancer juice.
my asbestos sprayer.
Right. Kills bugs. Also makes everybody real lumpy. I like it a lot.
Because that device is in Mr. Gaben watches. He uses that in Smash Brothers.
It's Smash Bros. Yeah, and that's where it's from. It's from Greenhouse, which I think is really neat. I've never known that.
Sam the Bugman or Stanley the Bugman is also a trophy in Smash Brothers.
Right.
And there was a Donkey Kong cartoon that he is in.
Yes, and I've seen that cartoon. Do you remember when I think we were talking about Donkey Kong 1 for the NES, and I mentioned that there was this like Saturday morning super cartoon
I
thing.
had never seen that.
That's the episode that I watched, and I did not realize at the time that was Stanley the Bugman from Donkey Kong 3 because it had been so long since I had played Donkey Kong 3. But yeah, you play as Stanley the Bugman, and you are pointing your giant sprayer, your fumigator, directly straight up in the air. Like you're making a statement.
Because once you spray poison up, it's the best thing to spray
Right,
poison
yes.
straight up in the air.
Because you know what they say, what goes up never comes down.
Keeps going up into Donkey Kong's butt.
Right, exactly. But it is like, so you shoot it directly up, so you shoot it at bees. All right, where should we start with that? Donkey Kong is right above you. He's giant.
He's broken in. You're in a greenhouse. And he's broken
yes.
into the greenhouse
And
with his army of bugs.
His army of yes, bugs that live in beehives that are next to him. He's in the center. He's at the top center of the screen. He's giant. He's holding on to 2 pool cues, which are for some reason attached to the ceiling. And he is inching his way down slowly. And eventually when he gets to the bottom, you'll hear this music that's letting you know, hey, Donkey Kong's about to drop, like it's fucking New Year's Eve, and it's going to be game over. Because if he drops, it's game over. Why he doesn't just let
drops,
go?
The fascists win.
Right, yeah, exactly. If he is elected chancellor after the 3rd fascist policy is enacted, Donkey Kong wins.
Secret Kong. Secret Kong of the Mushroom Kingdom.
Right, yeah, it's actually the card game that you play with bongos. Instead of if you vote yes, you hit the bongo twice. If you vote no, you hit it once. And then you put a bunch of liberals in a barrel. So the bees come out. Where was I even going with that? The way it's like Galaga is, Tyler, you mentioned that you've got flowers in this greenhouse that you as Stanley are trying to protect. There are 5 flowers at the bottom of the screen. And Donkey Kong, at the beginning of the game, this is probably the best part, I think, he like wraps his knuckles against these 2 beehives that he's flanked by. And bees start pouring out.
Get
of
them,
them.
boys.
Exactly. They start pouring out Galaga style. I mean, it's really like, that's where it really feels like Galaga, because it's, well, in Galaga, Demons of Death, there are giant space bees coming at you. In this game, they're just bees.
Yep.
They're just bees, but they are like coming down in like flight patterns like they do in Galaga, and they try to get your flowers that are on the very bottom. And as they come down, you're trying to fumigate them. You're trying to imagine, if you will, Stanley is some kind of spaceship. And his fumigator is some kind of, I don't know, like a laser cannon or something like that. And you try to shoot the bees as they come down to try to get your flowers or your, I don't know, your other spaceships. So that's where it really feels like Galaga to me, is that there are so many mechanics that are very Galaga.
I feel like it's decently well disguised, like Pocky and Rocky 2 being disguised as a vertical shooter.
Right, yeah, exactly. And I agree, yeah, it is disguised well because it is kind of like, there are platforms. It's also a platformer. So this game kind of like took 2 ideas and tried to put them together. So instead of like in Galaga as the spaceship, you can just fly around pretty much unrestricted to a certain point. But that's not the case in Donkey Kong 3. You are restricted by what platforms you can jump on. So, and you do also need to jump over like worms and stuff, because worms will come like creeping out of trees. And if you let them, you can spray them as they're climbing down the trees. But if they get to a platform, they're there, bro. They're hanging out.
Yep.
You can stun them with your fumigator, which you can only fire up. You can't fire directly
so you have to drop
them.
down below them.
Right.
It sucks.
So that does kind of suck. But you can also, as part of platforming, you can jump over those worms if you want, although it feels very weird because the B button fires the fumigator, the A button fires the fumigator, up jumps and down moves you down a platform, and left and right move you left and right. So I kind of wish that you could just hit like either B or A to jump as well, because that would be really nice, because it does get clunky when you're pressing up on the D-pad to jump over something that's about to kill you.
Yeah.
And then like that's pretty much just the basic premise. The win condition is to either destroy all of the bugs that Donkey Kong sends at you, or Stanley, or to keep spraying Donkey Kong in the crotch with your poison until he climbs all the way up the pool cues. When that happens, he typically gets his head stuck in a beehive. Everyone has a good laugh, and then you start the next stage.
Yeah.
The lose conditions are pretty much you get hit by a bug and die.
Yeah.
Or Donkey Kong.
They get all your flowers.
They get all your flowers, or Donkey Kong drops and So
there's a lot going on.
there are a lot of mechanics. And that's why I didn't like it at first, honestly. I thought it was overwhelming, and I didn't think it was explained well. It is not intuitive at all. I don't think this game is intuitive at all. And it's like, you get thrown in, and I do feel like it starts out pretty tough. I mean, bees are coming at you fast, worms are coming at you. There's so much shit to deal with on the screen that it feels like a bullet hell at, like, baby. No, I wouldn't say babies first, but it feels like, not like something super crazy, like Ikaruga or something like that. But I mean, it does feel like a bullet hell, which is weird for a Donkey Kong game.
Yeah.
Now, okay, back to what we put the pin in a long fucking ass time ago. You did research based on whether or not
And all my research says that Nintendo was heavily inspired by the popularity of Galaga.
Is that right?
To create this game.
So that makes sense then.
And on release, it was critically panned as a Space Invaders clone.
Really?
Yep.
I know not many were released, which, like, the number was, like, very, very small.
So I feel like it sold 5,000 copies. That's it.
The video game historian mentioned that there wasn't a dedicated cabinet for Donkey Kong 3. They were all 5,000 conversion kits that were sent out, where I assume arcades would convert other Nintendo cabinets into a Donkey Kong 3 machine. That's not a lot. 5,000 is not a lot. And on top of that, it's a conversion, which explains why I have never seen Donkey Kong 3 in the wild. Now, they probably have it at Galloping Ghost. Like, if I would have, like, sought it out, I probably could have found it.
Yeah.
But, like, I have never seen Donkey Kong 3 in the wild. To the point where, honestly, last episode we recorded, I think I mentioned that Donkey Kong 3 didn't have an arcade release. I honestly, until I started doing research, thought that Donkey Kong 3 was made for the NES and didn't have an arcade release. I didn't think it was a port. I just thought it came out on the NES because it was such a departure. It was so different. I remember playing it at a kid's house in elementary school. And I didn't like it, but I also didn't understand it. The game, his dad must have been, like, into, like, arcade games or something, because, like, it was the kid's house where I went over, and all they didn't have, like, Super Mario Brothers. They didn't have Duck Hunt. They had Dig Dug. They had Donkey Kong Jr., Donkey Kong 3. They had Galaga. They had, like, the arcade classics.
Okay.
Like, someone in that family was like, yep, this is why I bought my NES. I bought my NES to play arcade ports on, because they didn't have anything else, which blew my mind, because when I was a little kid, I didn't spend time in the arcades. I didn't spend time in arcades until I was in middle school, when they were pretty much almost dead, because like Mortal Kombat's coming out, which was kind of like a little bit of a revivification, but that didn't last too long. But anyway, I remember playing this as a kid and not playing it very long because it didn't feel good. It didn't feel right. And the first time I played this game on stream, it didn't feel good. It really didn't. Like, that fumigator does not feel good. It feels slow. It feels like you have to line it up perfectly to kill the bees. And unlike Galaga, like, when you fire a laser in Galaga, it goes all the way to the top of the screen. You fire it and it doesn't stop until it hits something or leaves the top of the screen. And Donkey Kong 3, your fumigator has a range.
Yeah,
and
short range.
It does. It's essentially like if the Galaga ship had a shotgun mounted on it. And, like, because that's pretty much the range.
Or we get the super shotgun, which goes a little bit further.
Right, yeah, exactly. But, like, that is pretty much the hardest thing to get used to is just the fumigator, because, like, you have to really time your shots. You can't, and there's no, like, rapid fire either. It's a pretty slow animation that you kind of have to go through.
Yeah.
I watched somebody do, like, a world record run in the arcade version on YouTube, and, like, they knew exactly where they needed to fire the fumigator, like, before the bees even showed up, because they would, like, line up and then shoot, and then, like, they would know immediately where they would need to go after that, which is, like, that's commendable, because that takes a lot of memorization.
Yeah.
And there are elements of that in Galaga too, of course, like, especially in the bonus stages. But, like, I don't know, man, when I see somebody, like, really, really good at Donkey Kong 3, it is like, but why though?
Are you also really good at tech decks? Like,
Tech decks?
Skateboarding with your fingers.
Oh, is that what those are called? I
so.
forgot about those. Hey, man.
What if that's your, like, in life, like, that's your special skill is you're really good at, like, flipping shit with
your fingers. Skateboarding with your fingers. Yeah. Do you remember the old Yellow Pages ad where someone had a hand model was doing their fingers as like a guy walking over the Yellow Pages? I don't know. It's a classic.
It is.
That's a classic Dave commercial. That's stored away. That's a nugget that's stored away.
That would be like that David Duchovny's character in Zoolander. The hand model that has his hand.
Oh my God, that was David Duchovny, wasn't it? Holy shit. I need to watch Zoolander stat. Zoolander is a movie that I did not like the first time I saw it, but the second time I saw it, I was like, okay, this is...
Now I see it.
Now I get it. And then it's like, and that was probably 10 years ago. And now I hear people talk about Zoolander and they're like, you have got to rewatch that movie because it is really good and not a lot of people got it when it came out.
I can see where it's like, it's not something about Mary. So that's what they might have came in expecting.
I have never seen all of There's Something About
really?
Mary. Now, I've only seen the first half.
Yeah.
And I think it's because I always it was kind of something. There's Something About Mary was like one of those movies where it's like Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison, where it's like, I'm going to put this movie in and hopefully I will not see the end of it because I will be having sex. And that's kind of kind of why I never saw the end of There's Something About Mary.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know. Maybe I'll rewatch it, or maybe we'll get Nikki
or
in the mood.
End up, yeah.
She's like, what are you watching?
We'll watch it together, and I just don't know what's going to happen.
Right, yeah. This is a test. I don't know if it's a friendship test, or I don't know what kind of test it is, but this is a test. Let's watch There's Something About Mary.
Because this game is, again, I didn't think it was as bad as I expected, but...
You did think it was bad as you expected?
It's not as bad as I expected.
It's not as bad as you expected.
Because I hear, like, this is like, oh, that's the awful one. That's what killed Donkey Kong for 11 years. It's so bad.
Yeah, because the next Donkey Kong game was Donkey Kong 94 for the Game Boy, which we talked about not too long ago. Yeah, I could see why people would say, yeah, it killed it.
So it's not that bad of a game, but it is like, because Nintendo usually they'll do like take a franchise and then do one game that's way off center, and either it hits big or it doesn't.
Right.
And this feels like, so it's hard for me to bitch about because like
they were trying to do something different.
They were trying, and I can respect that. And their innovation is their thing. Like, but at the same time, I feel like they compromised on this one.
I agree, and I don't think we can play the innovation card.
Yeah.
I don't think Nintendo can claim that because it is so much like Galaga. Yeah. Like it feels like, come on now. So
they kind of burn up some goodwill with a cash grab, like trying to cash on a trend and slap a popular character on it. So, I mean, I don't want to bitch, but at the same time, like I feel like there's a little bit of ground to stand on about it.
Did you enjoy it at all?
I mean, I didn't hate it. Like, I wasn't like, oh, fuck, this is awful. But it was just, I will compare it to Major League 3, Back to the Minors.
No.
Yeah, where it's just like...
come on, man. Yeah, that's a really good comparison.
Some of the characters that you like are in it.
Not all of them.
So you'll watch it like, is he going to, sacrifice a chicken? So, but then again, like, there's no Ricky Vaughn. You got,
that's a huge deal.
It's like, okay, well, I guess I like Scott Bakula.
Right.
Scott Bakula.
You're right.
All right.
Okay, we got that.
He's all right.
Dude, I haven't seen that one in a long... I haven't seen any but the first one in a really long time because I haven't bothered watching the second one or the third one like since they were on like Cinemax or whatever when I was a kid.
So, I just think this is like, it's the Major League 3 of the Donkey Kong series.
All right, I fucking love that. I really love that. I think that is a really good way of summing it up. I think I actually read that in Nintendo Power. Did you steal that from Nintendo Power?
Pretty sure Nestor said it in the back of Nintendo Power.
Nestor, a.k.a. Ricky Vaughn. I ended up liking the game.
Yeah?
Yeah, I did. I didn't like it at first. I didn't end the game loving it, but about 2 hours in, which is a long time for an arcade-style game, I feel like, to like set in, but that's about when it set in for me. Mm-hmm. And I started... that's about how long it took for me to get comfortable with the fumigator and start to recognize the patterns and start recognizing how to rack up score. Because like Galaga, you do have to make like prioritizing decisions in order to figure out how to get the best score. Like, for example, you do get more points if you wait for a bee to grab a flower and you kill the bee carrying the flower. You get more points that way. So it's like, if you're playing it like an arcade game, which in my opinion you should, because there is not very much, there's no there isn't much progression in this game. Like, this isn't a game that I would recommend somebody play for the story or like to see what happens, because it's essentially the same 3 stages that rotate and get more difficult as you go.
Yeah.
I think, and I don't know, the more I thought about it, the more I was like, well, that is really cool, the fact that Donkey Kong stays on the screen the entire time, because you have 2 win conditions. You can either wait and kill all of the bugs, or you can just like dive right in and try to get Donkey Kong like off the screen as soon as possible. And you do get this power up. You get like the super sprayer, and at certain points in the game, and it's like that super sprayer will shred through bugs, but it will also, it's also longer. It gives you a longer range. And like if you start if you end a round with the super sprayer, you start the next round with it. So it's like if you start a round with it, you can just jump right up at Donkey Kong,
Go right the
and
fuck
send
up.
him right up immediately. So I think that's really cool. It's essentially like, imagine a game where as you're playing a level, the boss is always there and you can fight the boss anytime you want. So I think that's really cool. But it's also like, you also don't have to fight the boss. You can kill all the bad guys and not kill the boss. It's fine. You still move on to the next round. That part of the game is where I think is really interesting. That is the part of the game that I think is really innovative, where it's like, that's cool. They're giving you several different options on how you can win, how you can advance in this game. And I think that is commendable. And I do really like that about this game. I ended up not hating it. I thought it was, honestly, by 2 hours, I thought it was pretty good, which I was drinking.
You were really
to be
drunk.
fair. I was, yeah.
This is pretty good. Yeah.
To be fair, yes.
His tits look pretty good.
Yes. Donkey Kong, I'm glad you said his tits look good. Donkey Kong looks weird as fuck in this game, because it's like, I guess it's really weird because it's early 80s, but somehow I feel like they were already like going off that radical ramp, because it kind of felt to me where they're like, well, I don't know, man, make him more orange and make his hair like more wild.
Yeah.
Because like he looked different. Donkey Kong looked different to me in this game.
Can we put some like radical surf shorts on him? That's a different game.
That's funky. I'm sorry, that is Funky Kong. Dude, how great would it be to like, I would love like a Donkey Kong 3 ROM hack where instead of Donkey Kong, it's Funky Kong.
Funky.
Right, exactly. And instead of like throwing poison at him, you're throwing facts at him. And he just refuses.
Books. You just throwing books up in the air.
Right. Learn, damn it. So yeah, I don't know. I ended up liking it a lot. Well, I shouldn't say a lot. I ended up liking it more than I expected.
Yeah.
It was more fun than it was when I was a kid.
Because they're essentially like, there are really only 2 levels. Technically there are 3, but one's just a palette swap of the other.
Right. It's like autumn jungle at night. Yeah. So, but they do change the platforms around a little bit, so you do have to have like a different strategy. I mean, are each of the 3 stages are they worth talking about? I mean, they're pretty
Green jungle, red jungle where there are some vines in the middle.
Vines that worms crawl. Crawl on. I think the worms,
They just sort of block Donkey Kong.
right, because they body block. When you hit a worm, they don't die like we mentioned earlier. They just kind of stunned and stay there. So yeah, they blocked for Donkey Kong, which is neat. That's cool.
Yep.
There's just not a whole lot to it other than that. It's cool.
That's Donkey Kong Country 3 for you.
Let's see if there's anything else. As far as like Stanley goes, what do you think about Stanley? There's a lot of hate for Stanley. Do you have a
I don't
feeling one way
I
or
feel
the
like
other?
Mario, they had already done like Mario got Donkey Kong got Mario. Mario has other games now. Like I get not wanting to use Mario, or maybe they were nervous about putting Mario in something that was a huge gamble.
That was experimental.
Yeah,
that might be the case. I don't know why. I wish I knew why they did it. And I don't know if because they were trying to build like some weird continuity where it's like, well, Mario's in the Mushroom Kingdom, so he can't also be here in the greenhouse.
Mario will be a referee, a golfer, but like he's not. No, he's not.
Nah,
a Terminator.
he doesn't kill bugs.
That's gross.
Have you heard the rumors that Stanley is Mario and Luigi's cousin?
Cario.
Well, Cario's the third brother.
Okay. So he's Cario's son, Stanley.
Cario's son, Stanley, from The Office. Yeah, did you hear the rumor that Stanley from The Office is actually Stanley the Fumigator? If you look and see when Stanley on The Office was born, did you know that it's the same day that Donkey Kong 3 released in arcades?
If you look in Stanley's glasses when he's asleep,
Yeah.
with sunglasses on, you'll see the reflection of the garden Fumigator Game & Watch game, just barely in the reflection.
You do have to pause it at the right moment. It is true.
Yeah.
But like now that it's on Netflix and everything, also that's a ridiculous statement because The Office is like the first thing I remember being on Netflix streaming, like when probably like fucking 12 years ago. Like I remember like I was so excited because I was telling John Turley about, dude, Netflix, they got this streaming service, and he was like, I don't know how that would even work. And I was like, I don't know how it works either. But I mean, you just like go on your computer, you install this plugin, and it's like, hey man, all we have to watch is The Office, but it's British or US. You take your pick. And like I remember like going absolutely crazy because like they didn't have much on it when it first started, but they had The Office, and it's like, because of that, The Office and Netflix are like forever married in my mind. And it's like, if The Office ever leaves Netflix, I am going to be in a panic because like that is the show when Nikki and I know we want to watch something, but we do not want to take the time to figure out what both of us want to watch together. Mm-hmm. We just want to eat a hamburger and watch something for 20 minutes. It's like, it is The Office. Unless it's after season 5.
I played it at work. I had to do an in-service. I had to do a talk about fire safety. So I showed the fire drill before.
Nice. You're also
everybody seemed to enjoy it.
If you have to do a video on bat safety in case a bat gets in. That's one of my favorite fucking episodes of The Office is when the bat gets in. I think that one was written by Joss Whedon, but I'm not positive. Okay. It might not have been. But anyway, bats.
Bats. Do you have any achievements for this game?
Yeah, I do. I have a few achievements that came in from Twitch chat. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out on a Monday because I was at Dragon Con. Normally, Tadpog Church is on Sunday. That's why it's called Tadpog Church. But I was in Atlanta at Dragon Con, and I thought for a moment, I was like, well, maybe I'll still stream something at Dragon Con. And then on that Sunday, I was like, nah, I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm just going to get super drunk instead.
Yep.
So thanks for everybody hanging out on Labor Day when I did the Donkey Kong 3 stream. That's where all these achievements are coming from. First, we've got from Bubba Drewski, Taint Invaders, which I picked solely because of the name made me chuckle. Taint Invaders. In order to unlock Taint Invaders, you need to, I almost said Taint Invaders. Like, just dig that hypodermic needle so far up the
taint.
That's
what Melissa, like, she's just not happy when she licks my asshole because she's like, man, your taint is just not veiny enough.
It's not veiny enough?
I need it to look like a road map if I'm really going to go to town here.
Yeah.
Like, all right, I got to get it in veiner.
Man, I just saw Akira, and all I want to do is just suck on a big veiny bulb between balls and an asshole.
Can you get like a blue permanent marker or something? It's just not doing it for me.
Right? Can you draw a face? Can you flex really hard and make a face out of the veins on your taint? Please. You know what? That would be like the most tragic.
Can you get hemorrhoids and just like really try to bulge shit out down there?
That would be like the most tragic skill to have, to be able to flex and have particular veins like make a face on your taint, because it's like, wow, on one hand, wow, that's really impressive. On the other hand, man, I don't think anyone's going to be into it.
Very niche pornography.
Very niche, extremely niche. VeinyTaints.com coming soon. In order to unlock Taint Invaders, you need to shoot Donkey Kong in the taint 1,000 times, because you're definitely fumigating Donkey Kong's swamp crotch.
Hey, he could have like crabs or lice or something. You're helping him out.
Maybe you are helping him out. Is that how they do it at the doctor? I've never had crabs before.
Yeah, I have so many times. That's exactly how they do it.
And they pull out a big fumigator and they're like, all right.
Spread them.
They're like, hold on these pull cues we've got attached to the ceiling. Yes, spread them. Ooh, nice face with your taint. That's cool. Are you nervous?
Man, it's frowny. Are you nervous?
That's my emoji taint.
Taint emojis.
Taint emojis. Next achievement I've got comes in from Edgelord Kyle, Chivo Gladiator, Bum Rushed, which he says Dave gets cred for the name. Thank you, Kyle. I don't remember saying that because I was, I was pretty drunk. So good job, me. Bum Rushed. In order to unlock Bum Rushed, win a level shooting into DK's bum without having to move. It's a bum rush. So like when you go in with that super sprayer, that's Bum Rush. You got to get in there. You got to get all those crabs out of DK's crotch and win the game. I wonder if that's the kill screen. The kill screen is actually just the crabs from Mario Brothers, and it just fills up. And then Donkey Kong looks relieved.
Oh.
Donkey Kong has a lot of facial expressions in this game.
Especially in the arcade one. I
Yeah,
watched
for real.
the arcade played.
Yeah. When you're like,
He looks like King Hippo in.
absolutely, dude. That is like a really good observation. He does look like King Hippo with the facial expressions, and especially like with the teeth, where it does that like, yeah, and it does that like Japanese style illustration of teeth from like the 1980s, where it's like a smiling mouth is just like kind of like a white sausage that has like crosses in it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That was a very bad. I'm sure everyone was able to envision
I did.
that.
I saw it.
Next achievement comes from Choctopus. Everyone check out Chocto on YouTube. Not the bees. In order to unlock not the bees, you need to die to a bee, which is very easy.
Pretty good.
Also, I think this is worth mentioning. They're not just bees. The game starts out with flies that have spears that they throw at you. And they totally remind me of the flies from Super Mario Land. Do you know the ones that I'm talking about? And also in Super Mario Brothers 2.
Oh, now I know. Yeah, I know what you're talking
where they've
about.
got those like harpoons, you know? And I don't know.
So they remind you of the no good flies from Earthbound.
Those no good dirty flies.
Gets fly honey.
I need to replay Earthbound because after we recorded last episode and you mentioned the Earthbound speed run, we watched a
So
little bit of
fucking
that,
crazy,
and it
yeah.
is absolute Looney Tunes, dude. Like the fact that you can manipulate the RNG of that game is
To like such a crazy fucking
it
level.
is amazing. Although, like, so, like, on one hand, it's like, oh, that's not super impressive because all you do is you're just manipulating the RNG. But then I'm like, oh yeah, but you have to learn how to do that.
Yeah, it's like being a magician.
Yeah,
Like,
you have to
oh,
memorize.
it's not real magic.
right?
Yeah,
Exactly.
but it's really
Technically, it is not real magic, but it is pretty damn close to real magic because you have to memorize all that shit. It's wild. So anyway, next achievement comes from Capsaicin Czar Chris, Deep Cut. And in order to unlock Deep Cut, you need to get stung by a bee and die. At least in the eyes of
'cause Dave's allergic to
Cockmaster
bees.
Ashley Shea,
Yeah.
right? Because I'm allergic to bees, much like Macaulay Culkin.
yeah.
Next achievement comes from Faceful of Alien Wing Wong, and that achievement is Saul Rosenberg. In order to unlock Saul Rosenberg, you need to get killed, fall off the top tier of the stage, and scream, "I'm very injured and lying in a puddle of my own blood and piss." So thank you, Faceful of Alien Wing Wong, for that. I think he may have submitted that achievement because I do believe at one point.
Just for you to hear you should do this, Saul Rosenberg.
Well, at one point in the stream where I was probably real into it, I do think I kept saying, "Oh, Jesus, God, and baby Jesus," because there were just so
All
many
these bugs.
There's so many bugs. So many bugs. I can't see so well.
Just these flowers. What is he? What are the bugs and the monkeys on my flowers?
Susan. God, I fucking love like. I don't know if they're still around. Jerky Boys probably aren't. But, like, dude, in the early 2000s, like, that was my jam.
Oh, yeah.
With Brandon of Axelay fame, like, for sure.
You guys introduced it to me.
Yeah, man.
And then I thought it was even funnier whenever Arrested Development, when George Michael gets really into the Jerky Boy.
No, I know, right? Yeah. And that's when it's like, I remember seeing that and being like, oh, it's over for sure. It's over for sure. Do you have any achievements, Tyler?
I've got two.
What you got, man?
I've got Patality after Petality after PETA.
Petality. Oh, because you're killing somebody.
And then, well, you win by only killing the bugs.
Okay.
You never shoot Donkey Kong.
Oh, does PETA care about bugs?
I feel like it's more. I see more about fur than I do like don't step on ants.
Right.
So
That kind of seems hypocritical, doesn't
I'm gonna
it?
assume it's mammals mostly.
Mammals.
Yeah.
But probably reptiles too. Would be my
reptiles.
guess.
Any vertebrate. There you go.
Yeah.
Vertebrate.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. But that's also kind of a weird distinction because it's like, what about jellyfish?
Fuck them.
Fuck them.
Fuck 'em.
They got to do something good for the ecosystem, right?
Yeah.
Have to.
Yeah. I mean, sort of insects, but
Insects as well. Yeah. I mean, so okay.
but there's also not like a mass slaughter of invertebrates for commercial gain.
Not yet. We're gonna be eating bugs,
until we get our ant coats.
Yeah, dude, we're gonna be eating bugs. Then what?
Those source of protein.
Yeah, I guarantee you, there's gonna be like a group that's like, this is wrong. I mean, for sure.
Yeah, you're right.
Like in 60 years, like that's gonna be like a real thing.
Yeah.
We'll be dead, so it won't matter. But
Slugs can't choose.
right? Yeah, exactly. Oh man, I wouldn't need a slug.
Don't drink slug milk.
Slug milk is bad. I've seen Futurama.
Yeah, there you go. Slurm
Stay away
is
from
slug
Slurm.
milk. The other is no DDT for me.
No DDT for me.
And you never pick up any can of the super insecticide.
Oh, okay. All right. Which is totally doable. Both of those achievements are 100% doable. Tyler,
Yes, Dave.
I got some questions for you.
Hell yeah.
I don't know why I got congested all of a sudden.
That's all right.
But I did.
I still, every time we do that, I think about that one iTunes review complaining about how we drop our voices when we get to the end.
There was a complaint about that?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure it was probably like a loving complaint.
Yeah, I think it was
'Cause
still.
I
I think
think-
it was still a 5-star review.
Yeah.
Like, I like this game, but I hate how they drop their voices at the end.
Yeah,
and
so
go,
it was a loving complaint.
Yeah.
Look, I've taken that criticism into account, and I just like doing Tyler. I just like doing that.
Oh yeah, no, I like it too. So
Tyler,
that's how it is.
if you were to give this game a beard that sums up how you feel about it, what kind of beard would it be? Also, I think they said it was just weird. I don't think they said that they didn't like it.
Didn't like it, just weird.
Just weird, which is fine because it is weird. That is
Good.
accurate.
Good.
And it's one of the reasons I like it. But if you were to give this game a beard that sums up how you feel about it, what kind of beard would it be?
I would have to give it the yellow fuzz of Mr. Buzz, the mascot for the team in Major League 3 back to the minors.
Okay, awesome. Man, I like how you set that up. That's pretty damn good. That's why you're Tyler. Yeah. That's why you're Tyler of Tyler and Dave Play Old Games. Tyler.
Depicted so beautifully by Jonathan in his sketch that he did of us.
Yes. I'm gonna have a link to that in the show notes for sure. I had that in my shout out section for sure. We got an amazing piece of art that was done that was posted on the TADPOG Nation Facebook group. And it is essentially the best part. The illustration itself is wonderful, but the best part about it is the costume design because it is like, it is me dressed as a gaming wizard on top of your shoulders, dressed as like a gaming warrior, like a tank warrior, and like full plate, but it's all like done like in like gaming accessories and stuff like that. It
Really
is
good.
absolutely.
You've got Magic Koopa's hat on.
Yes. I mean, it is absolutely amazing. So definitely huge shout out to Jonathan Wilson for that, who also had some really, really kind things to say about the show as well when he sent me the high res versions because with his permission, of course, we got to do something with that.
Yeah,
for sure. So dude, that was amazing. Thank you very much for sending that in. Tyler.
Yes, Dave.
If you were to give this game a pair of glasses, which I assume you are, what kind of glasses would you give it and why?
The black round glasses of Scott Bakula as he coaches the team in Major League 3 back to the minors.
Bakula to the minors.
Yeah.
If he had a twin, if Scott had a twin, Todd Bakula, do you think Scott and Todd would fight Bakula to Bakula?
You're damn right.
Yeah, that joke is bad, but it's because I came up with it just on the spot.
That was good. It's
Just on the
beautiful. I love
spot.
it.
Yeah, that's a little yes and. That was a little yes.
Do you think Scott Bakula and Bakula would fight back to back? No, they both have guns.
They don't need to fight Bakula to Bakula. I'm really reaching for a gun pun that has Bakula in it, but I sure as fuck can't. The best I could do is try to wedge in a Bakula 45.
That's something.
Yeah, they did something, but it doesn't
Bakula
work.
45.
Yes, and?
Yeah.
Let's see. Tyler.
Yes, Dave.
I got another question for you. I really liked your achievements.
Thank
And
you.
your beards and glasses. And your beards and glasses. It was all wonderful. Rave reviews from the Daves. Also, this is really important. I know everybody's been on pins and needles the last couple of weeks, but I'm happy to report that in Twitch chat, the Mats have allied themselves with the Daves. So don't worry. We have a peace. The Mats and the Daves are living together in the land of milk and honey. Everything is good. Tyler.
But what about the Pauls?
The Pauls, we have a lot of Pauls in TADPOG Nation. I'll say this about the Pauls. I like the Pauls a lot, but they have not made an official statement on how they feel about the Daves or the
Oh,
Mats.
so they're Switzerland.
Potentially, yeah. I think that actually might be a really good analogy for the Pauls. Yeah,
Okay.
they're Switzerland for now, for the time being. Tyler, how much do you think this game is on price charting? What's the average price of this game loose? Donkey Kong 3 for the NES, not one of the 5,000 arcade.
I'm going to put it up like E.T., which E.T. was never expensive, even if no one bought it. So I'm going to say $12.
Tyler, actual retail value of Donkey Kong 3 for the NES used on price charting, average price is $12.95.
Close.
You
almost got
when
that
I said
prize.
$12, like I saw
like,
your I saw your eyes.
I thought I was like, did I ever get it? I was like, no, if I got it exactly, Dave would have a bigger reaction.
Yeah,
to that.
I actually, no one listening to this can see the elaborate rope, the golden rope that I have hooked up in the studio. When you get it, I'm going to pull it.
Oh, there are so many ropes, like the
Oh,
Addams
yeah.
family. I don't know which one to pull. Only you do. So
You know what we need to do is play more Addams Family games. We haven't done that enough.
We should. I want to have Josh on and do Fester's Quest.
Oh my,
sometime.
yes, absolutely. That's a game that I am so like on the fence about because I remember playing it as a, I should save it for a Fester's Quest episode, but I remember renting that one multiple times as a kid. And this is why, because I was like, there has to be more to this game. Like, there has to be, like, you know, it's just like, I just haven't figured it out
It's Uncle
yet.
Fester. There has to be more.
Right, yeah, exactly. I never finished that game, but yet I still wanted more. I just, as far as gameplay went, I was like, there has to be more to this. Tyler, you want to take a guess on how much this game is complete? Donkey Kong 3, not Fester's Quest.
$54.
$71.05. And they do have a average price for new Donkey Kong 3.
$338.
I would have gone that high as well, but it is $183.74.
Oh, okay.
So if anyone's jonesing
You're
for a
into
new
it.
copy of Donkey Kong 3, there you go. Which I could totally see. Like if someone wanted like a new Donkey Kong Jr. and Donkey Kong 3, I could see it. Like as a complete set.
Yeah.
And then it's just a matter of whether or not you include Donkey Kong Jr. math or not. So which brings me to the most important question. Okay. So you've said that Donkey Kong Jr. is probably your favorite out of the Donkey Kongs for the NES. And then I'm assuming Donkey Kong after that? Or then would it be Donkey Kong 3 as number 2?
No, Donkey Kong is number 2.
Okay. So you got Donkey Kong 3 as your third. How does it compare to Donkey Kong Jr. math? Which is better? Donkey Kong 3 or Donkey Kong
Donkey
Jr.
Kong
math?
3 is better than
I
Donkey
agree.
Kong.
Yeah, I
Donkey
agree.
Kong Jr. math is more of a Donkey Kong game than Donkey Kong 3
I
is.
do think that is 100% correct because the vine mechanics
at
are
least
right
there are
in
more
there.
Donkey Kong mechanics.
Totally. All right, well, we just solved it. Donkey Kong 3, not a Donkey Kong game.
No.
But still an okay, I think it's an okay
All
game.
right,
I don't think it's a bad game. I don't think it's a great game.
It has potential. I feel like if it wasn't a Donkey Kong game,
Yes.
they could have done something
Yeah,
else with
I
it.
agree. And there are certain elements that even kind of reminded me of Burger Time a little bit. And I think it's just because of the platforming aspect.
Yeah.
And like the fact that you have to spray those worms. The worms kind of reminded me of like throwing salt at the eggs or whatever, to stun them. That stun mechanic kind of reminded me of Burger Time. Tyler, I've got a whole bunch of other questions because Matt sent in a quiz.
Oh, yeah. All right, let's do it.
Would you like to take that
Yeah.
quiz? From Bovine Bear Quiz Master Matt? Is that what we're
works.
going with at the time for the time being?
Quiz Cow.
Quiz Cow. Yeah, I remember you trying to get that one in there. All right, fine. Quiz Cow. If he also sent us money, we could call him Cash Cow.
It's like trying. What's pull up thesaurus.com here real quick.
Everybody. Tyler wasn't saying he is going to pull up thesaurus.com. If you're driving, please stop. Or can you ask Siri for like, what's another word for Donkey Kong? My search results say Danky Kang. Would you like to guess on, I know you're thesaurusing, but while you do that, would you like to take a guess as to what this quiz might be about?
Bugs.
This quiz is entitled According to Urban Dictionary,
Oh,
and it is all about anal. And I asked Matt, because Matt sent me a message on Facebook today saying, hey, I got a quiz ready. It's all about anal. And my response was, awesome. Why? And it's, because someone made a comment in Twitch about it that if I didn't do it, that I would be failing as quizmaster. And I said, all right, that does sound like something that someone probably did say. And I was too blotto to remember it. There was a point in that stream in the last stretch where I think it was Lord Maxon was like, you seem a little buzzed. And I was like, yeah, I'm pretty buzzed.
So a synonym for question is catechism.
Catechism?
It means test.
Okay.
So it could be catechism cow.
Catechism cow? Perfect. Nailed it. Catechism? That's a real word? How do you spell that?
Oh, the first time I'd ever heard that word was in the Episcopal Church.
Okay.
It pertains I don't even remember.
Because it makes me think of like a catalyst or something like
Yeah.
that. Catechism?
Catechism.
All right. Catechism.
Catechism
cow.
Cataclysm cow.
Are you ready to take the According to Urban Dictionary quiz, Tyler?
Yes.
The subtitle to this is definitely NSFW. Are you still willing to continue?
Let's do it.
Are you above the age of 18?
Barely.
All right, then let's do. Oh, barely legal. Man, no wonder. No wonder I'm so attracted to you. Barely legal, Tyler. All right, first
And
question.
these black tears I have going on.
Yeah, exactly. I do. Yeah, I like your goth makeup as well. I appreciate you putting it on for me every time we record. Yeah. First question, Tyler. Performing or having performed a one-night stand? I guess we're looking for the Urban Dictionary term. Performing or have performed a one-night stand?
So a person who's been in a one-night stand?
I'd say average person. I feel like probably more people have had one-night stands than haven't, right?
Brandon? I don't
I don't know what you're implying. Well, please elaborate. Have you ever had a one-night stand, Tyler?
Nope.
Are you willing to answer that question?
I am, and I have not.
I haven't either. I feel like we're in the minority. I feel like a lot of people have had one-night stands.
No, because we're so good, they don't just want it once.
We are good Christian boys.
Yeah.
We have. It's on the record. Did you say we have all that we want? Is that part of the reason?
No, I'm saying everyone we sleep with wants it more than once. So
I got you. So you had a couple two-night stands.
Yeah.
I got it. Do you have any guesses?
No, I think we're both relationship people. You know, so.
I'm very much a relationship person. Yeah, totally. Like, and I will go like in college. I went like what I considered a long time, not in a relationship, but in like everyone else's definition was probably not very long at all. It was like 3 months, I think. And in that 3 months, it was like, well, there's. Are you ready? You ready for this? You ready for some good Christian boy talk? And that 3 months, there were several times where it was like, well, I'm not sure that I love this woman, so I'm not gonna have sex with her.
Hey, I know Jacob York is the same way, and I know he won't mind me saying that. I've been told several times through the course of my life that I'm the kind of person you want to settle down with, not have a good time with. So
that pretty much.
No one looks at me like that'd be a fun romp. Like no, that'd be a solid marriage.
Were you talking about you or me? I can't remember. Oh, yeah.
But that's both of us.
Yeah,
I guess.
I totally think I also fit that role, which is like apparently obvious when I'm at Dragon Con, for example, where it's like I'll go to like. It'll be like 1 a.m. and then there'll be a party going on, and it is like, oh man, all these people want to fuck, but not me. They don't want to fuck me, like for sure. That's another thing where it's like, whenever I tell like anybody who's not a Dragon Con goer or hasn't been, they're just kind of like, I detest the term normie, so I don't want to use it. But it's like, let's just use the term coworkers who aren't nerdy, who are like into like sports and into like stuff like that.
Jerks.
Not jerks. They're wonderful people. They just don't know. They haven't like opened that Dragon Con door. They haven't like, it's like the Wizard of Oz. They haven't opened the door to Technicolor yet. Whenever I tell them I'm going to Dragon Con, because I don't fucking keep it a secret like I did like 10 years ago where I tried to like hide the fact that I watched anime and stuff like that from coworkers. Because I got some real shade thrown at me one time, which is why I started doing that. But I don't do that with Dragon Con because I'm old now. I don't give a shit. It's like, you know what? If you have a problem with it, fuck you. I'm still going to go. And it's like one of those things where it's like people always assume, because like the question they ask me is like, so the costumes, there's a bunch of people wearing costumes who shouldn't be wearing costumes, right? Implying that there's a whole bunch of disgusting, unattractive people who are cosplaying. And the answer to that is absolutely not. Like when I'm at Dragon Con, I am almost always like, oh my God, everyone else here is very physically fit, very attractive. They're in very good costumes. It's like, I feel like I don't belong here because I am like nowhere near, and like there's like really smart people there too. Like it is not what like, I don't know. It's not what like our moms would think. You know what I mean? Because like whenever I tell people I'm going to Dragon Con, they imagine like, what was that Tumblr or whatever that was like the Magic the Gathering tournament where someone went around and took the butt cracks.
Over all the butt cracks.
Right. Yeah.
God, it's so good.
What was that called? Do you remember? I want to have a link to it in the show notes. But I don't know. Go to tadpog.com. We'll probably have a link to that.
Guy at con with butt cracks. You probably find
exactly.
it.
That's a quick Google search. But anyway, I don't know, man. It's gotten to the point now. I don't know if it's my age or what, but it is like, wow, everyone here is way younger than me, way physically fit, and super attractive. And I'm like walking around and just like in a daze, essentially, just looking for somebody that I know. Just viewing the crowd, just looking for a familiar face.
Well, you
please.
can go in and then just re-energize yourself with how often you get told how funny and pretty you are by all our callers.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Speaking of which, I can't wait to get the calls. That's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. So Tyler, we need to get back to cataclysm's quiz. Do you have any idea what the term for performing or having performed a one night stand would be?
No,
I have no
I have
idea.
No clue.
Konging, comma konged. Is that for real? Like does that come from it's on like Donkey Kong or something? Like is someone like
maybe?
Oh, we are gonna fuck. It is on like Donkey Kong. You're about to get konged.
Yeah,
That seems aggressive.
it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Konging. Okay. Do you think he made that up?
Does he give us the sentence explaining it?
No, although could you use that in a sentence, like spelling bee style?
Or origin of word. Danish.
Right. All right, Tyler. Question 2. Are these all going to be Donkey Kong related? Now I'm curious.
I hope so, because we need the first one to at least establish a theme.
Right. Okay. A male prostitute derived from the onomatopoetic. Oh God! Why do you give this word to me? Onomatopoetic fact that he is a quote he whore unquote, which sounds like a character off a hee haw, an unpopular hee haw character. He whore.
Well, I'm gonna fuck all your pigs. Oh, he whore.
Or it's Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh. He's just like infused with toxic masculinity. Here comes he whore. Oh, I'm so bummed out. Just kidding. Fucked a whole bunch of bitches.
Women shouldn't have any rights but to make me a sandwich.
You remember when he whore was on Married with Children as part of No Ma'am? Best part. Best part ever. That is what we need. We do need fan art of Eeyore wearing a No Ma'am t-shirt. That's an official request. We need he whore. Do you have a guess for the name of a male prostitute derived from the onomatopoetic fact that he is a he whore? So an onomatopoeia is like when a word sounds like the thing, right?
Mm-hmm. So is he a dong King Kong?
King Dong?
King Dong?
A male prostitute? Probably not. Dongy Kong?
Dong King Kong.
Donkey Kong? Let's go with that because I have no idea.
I don't know, yeah.
I mean,
It's
like
hard.
gigolo? Because they jiggle? That's the onomatopoeia. That's a pun. That's not when you jiggle, it doesn't actually make a jiggle.
A donkalo?
A donkalo? All right. Answer is donkey. A donkey.
Okay.
A male prostitute. I guess because like the donkey dick.
Yeah.
And horse
Yeah,
emissions.
That makes fun. Yeah, horse emission. Chunky's horse emission.
Next question. We're doing really good, by the way. You can tell that that you and I are very much relationship boys.
It's good. It's good to guess made up words.
All right, question 3. The name of Donkey Kong's penis. The name of Donkey Kong's penis.
Donkey's dick.
Donkey's dick. I don't know. I feel like it'd probably be a little more
Donkey cock.
donkey cock. Let's go with donkey cock.
Cocky Kong.
Cocky cock. Yeah, he's just real arrogant. He's Funky's brother. He's just like, you go to visit him, like get in his barrel, and he's like, yeah, I got a barrel, but you know.
Put my balls in it because they're fucking huge. Because I almost went Cockney Kong.
Cockney cock.
Oh, my dick is so big. My big ape cock is so big.
It's a right barrel, isn't it? The answer, the name of Donkey Kong's penis, is Conky Dong, which is, we totally said that. Somewhere in there, we totally said that. All right, question 4. The worst kind of wet shit you can imagine, usually followed by a severe case of mud butt. I'm going to go with Gorilla Glue.
It's pretty good.
Is my guess.
Yeah.
But that would insinuate that it's sticky. But he said wet. I'm still going to go with Gorilla Glue. What do you think?
Donkey Deluge.
Donkey Deluge? We're probably both right. Answer is anal spray. That had nothing to do with Donkey Kong. I think
that fucking curveball.
I think we lost the theme. That was the Major League 3 question of this game. All right, next question. Well-known weird garage surf band.
Scott Bakula.
Scott Bakula and the Bakulettes. Bakula in action.
Well-known garage.
Well-known weird garage surf band.
The Butthole Surfers.
Butthole Surfers?
Yeah.
Butthole Surfers.
All right,
All
one.
right. Heard they were doing it in Texas or something. Can't remember the name of the song. A person with diarrhea that's getting fucked in the ass. Well, up until then, I was going to say Tyler. Constant diarrhea. It's Bakula. Wait, it still could be. I don't know else.
We haven't finished the question.
Yeah. A person with diarrhea that's getting fucked in the ass then has a massive explosion that escapes under pressure around the shaft. I guess the term is for the person with the diarrhea in that situation.
A shit rocket.
A shit rocket?
Shit rocket.
The answer is rusty steam whistle.
All
All right. I could see that. That's a good one. All right. Next question of this 45 question quiz. The only base you can slide into where you know you'll get your pants muddy. Sliding in the
turd base.
Turd base? Is it turd base? Because it's sliding in the
like third base, but it's anal, so it's turd base.
Oh, so you're thinking of like the sex bases.
Yeah.
I was thinking of the diarrhea song, like first feel like I'm gonna burst, diarrhea.
Cha cha cha.
Diarrhea. Oh, y'all did cha cha cha. We did because we were cultured. When you're sliding into second, how's it go?
God.
Damn it. So I don't know. The only base you can slide into where you know you'll get your pants muddy. Turd base?
Turd base.
Turd base. I like it. Answer is fifth base. It is like the sex bases, fifth base being the back base.
Well, the fifth base is the
guess.
turd base, so
It is the turd base.
So my answer was better.
Your answer's better. Let's just write Urban Dictionary a letter. A sternly written letter. Dear Mr. Urban, did you know that Keith Urban runs and operates Urban Dictionary?
Well, yeah, with a gun.
You're right. It's the only way he can. It's martial law in urbandictionary.com. All right, next question. Name given by a man referring to his penis from, quote, The Adventures of Ford Fairlane, unquote. Name given by a man referring to his penis. I am unfamiliar with The Adventures of Ford Fairlane.
Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong. Final answer. Donkey Kong 3. Fairlane's Revenge.
Donkey Kong 9.5.
Answer is Stanley. All right. That's all right. That's good.
Bringing it back around again.
I know. I like it. Next question. The act of freezing a bowel movement and sexually penetrating another with the frozen bowel movement. I've heard of this one before. I cannot remember what it's called. I think Kentucky might be in the name. I think this might be one of the Kentucky ones. It's like a freeze pop kind of thing, like a something freeze pop or like a Kentucky freeze pop or
Saskatchewan stab fuck.
a Saskatchewan poopy stab. Stabby poop. Answer is Kentucky Klondike Bar. Damn it. I knew Kentucky was. I've heard this one before.
I haven't heard that.
Not a Kentucky freeze pop, a Kentucky Klondike Bar. Next question. The act of causing this term is when you're doing anal and the cum in their butt mixes with the poo and oozes out slowly.
That is, I know this.
Really?
Santorum.
Oh, you're right. You're right. I remember this. It is a Santorum. No. The answer he has is butt honey. But that's totally, I remember.
I think it's Santorum.
I remember. Yeah, all right, we'll look that one up.
Right.
That's the other thing about Urban. You know, Keith Urban like does a really good job of keeping up the site, but like there are a lot of different definitions on there. So there's probably a lot of arguments. Tyler, last question. Matt says, since I didn't make you a quiz for Donkey Kong Jr. math, here's an interesting question to make up for it. In the Van Halen music video, quote, hot for teacher, unquote, during one scene with a stripper, the numbers 20, 9, 8, 19, 25, 12, 15, 8 can be read on a chalkboard. It is a coded message that says what? I think it's telling you what
it's the lost number.
You're right. Yeah, exactly. It's the numbers in the vault.
Play this in the lottery.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Well, it's got to be, okay, so alphabetically, it's what is 20? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O. We're doing it. B, Q, R, S, T. Okay, T. 9. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, I.
Titties.
Titties? No, there's not another T. You know what? I took a master class in podcasting. They told me this is like really good.
People love it.
They were like, people love it when you just read off letters. Also, I feel like I might be given like a coded message for an assassination or something, where it's like in the middle of
The
talking.
Manchurian Candidate.
Right. A, B, C, D, E, F. Square. Q, R, 9. All right, so we got a T and an I, an 8. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H?
TIH?
TIH? What does that spell? 19. Are you ready? Or do you want me to just hit the answer?
No.
You're yawning, so let me just you're like, please, God, do not do
I had
this
a long work day, man.
8 fucking times. All right, the coded message says, holy shit. I never would have gotten there.
Okay.
It says, holy
Yep.
shit. All right, how?
We were on TIA.
TIH?
Oh, it's backwards.
Is it backwards? ZY. I've practiced this a lot in case I get pulled over. I can do this. ZY. I actually haven't. You want to take some calls?
Yeah, let's take a few.
Do we have time?
I think we should take a few.
Take a few. They're all from Adam. Does that change your answer?
No.
Okay. All right. First call from Adam. Adam, we're listening. Also, Matt, thank you for the quiz. Forgot to thank you for that. Definitely appreciate it. Sorry we did super, super bad at it. Also, thank you everybody for giving me tips on how to keep my phone awake while I'm taking voicemails. I do want to let you know that I have not done any of those things, but thank you for the feedback. All right, here we go. First call.
What's up, Tadpog? It's your beloved Adam.
What's up, Adam?
I haven't sent you a letter yet that said, I'm still listening, big boys,
Big boy.
as I promised like a month ago.
You know, he calls us big boys because clearly neither of us are Andre 3000.
Yeah, true.
We're both big boys. We're two big boys. Actually, that was the working title of this podcast when we first started, was Two Big Boys. But then
You had to lose a bunch of weight, so
Yeah, well, I was afraid that people would think it was an Outcast podcast and not a video game podcast.
okay.
But I'll be honest with
or
you.
a Fresh's podcast.
Or a Fresh's Big Boy. Yeah. Let's do that. Can we do that? How great would it be if we are an Outcast podcast, but we record live in Fresh's Big Boy?
Perfect.
We travel around the country to the only 8 remaining in the country and record from there each time.
Big boys and big boys.
And then eventually we try to get the attention of Outcast and get them on the show. And we ask them what their favorite entrees are on the menu. We could do it.
It's a podcast where we take Andre 3000 to various Freshest Big Boys across the country.
I don't know why you're laughing. This is serious.
It's gold.
It's a very
Fucking gold,
serious
you're
thing.
right.
I'm actually very offended. I know you've had a long work day and you don't mean to offend me, but I
It's
am.
so good, I don't know how else to react to it.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that. That is pretty good. Adam continues.
Part of that's because I'm lazy. Part of that's because I'm not even sure what.
Adam, don't talk about yourself like that. You call us more than anybody in the fucking world. You are not lazy.
The stamp costs anymore. But it's on my to-do list, so it's going to get done. It's going to get done, I promise. And I just want you to know I'm still listening. I got 2 things, 1 thing and 1 question.
Okay.
First thing, Dave, I totally
Yes.
agree with you that Kirby's Dream Land or Kirby's Adventure is one of the best looking Nintendo games on the NES.
Yeah, it's great.
There is a game
Oh.
that I think you should check out, that if there is anything lacking at all from Kirby, it's in this game.
Okay.
This game wasn't released in the States, but it was released in Europe and other places. It's called
Kirby's Euro Adventure. You actually go through, it's World War II. You play as Kirby, and you go through all the Allied powers.
You suck up Nazis and get like a pointed hat. That's really good.
Yeah, that's a controversial game. The one where it's actually, you get a game over if you accidentally suck in a Nazi as Kirby and then press down because you turn into one and it's game over.
Yeah, you're part of it now.
You can only spit them out instead of a star. It is a swastika.
Mr. Gimmick. If you want a hard NES game,
Yeah, baby.
play
Give it
that
to me
one.
hard.
It's beautiful. The graphics are beautiful.
Hold on. I was making stupid jokes, so I totally didn't catch the name of the game. Did you?
Nope. I didn't think he'd said it yet.
Oh shit! Then I just fucked it up real bad. Can we not take calls anymore? Because I seem like I always fuck them up. Is that okay? Can
Well,
we?
It's mostly it's Adam cursing.
It's Adam. Okay, yeah. Let's blame Adam.
It's not you. It's Adam.
It's Adam for sure. It's 100% Adam. Okay, I'm gonna go to the 1 minute mark. I'm gonna see if he said the name of the game. It definitely was Kirby's European Adventure though.
If you want a hard NES game, play that one. It's beautiful. The graphics are beautiful.
Oh, he
The
did say it, and I
music
missed
is
it.
amazing.
All right, I'm going back again. We're scrubbing back to the 50-second mark. Also, this was in the
From
podcasting
Kirby.
class.
It's in this game. This game wasn't released in the States, but it was released in Europe and other places.
He's just
it's
building
called
up to it.
Mr. Gimmick. If
Mr.
you want a
Gimmick.
hard NES game, play that one. It's beautiful. The graphics are beautiful. The music is amazing. The game mechanic is awesome. Like, if you love Kirby and you like hard games, you'll love this game. It's called Mr. Gimmick. Look it up. Maybe even play it on your own. Play
It's
it
a
on
little
your screen,
gimmicky.
play it for the show. Who knows?
Yeah, a little mystery.
Second thing, Tyler, you mentioned that the other day Eureka's Castle debuted 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
That's disconcerting because I am 33 years old,
Mm-hmm.
and I distinctly remember wanting to watch
You said member. You said member. You want to fuck one of the characters at Eureka's Castle. Freudian slip.
and watching
It's Batley.
Eureka's Castle.
It's Batley. There should be a game show called Family Freud instead of Family Feud, and it's the exact same game. It is Family Feud, but just with families who have had incest allegations thrown against them.
Just weird sexual hangouts.
Top 5 places to have sex in an airport. Answers
Your
on the board.
sister's vagina, number one.
Good answer. Good answer.
So if you do some quick TADPOG math, I was at least 12 or 13 years old when I was watching this show. That's tough. That's real tough. So my question
Is it tough because that is way too
think
old
it's
to be
too old?
watching Eureka's Castle, or why is that tough? Because it just makes you feel old. I say watch what you want, right? Mm-hmm. I watch kids shows all the time, and I'm 37.
Yeah. I've seen the whole season of True and the Rainbow King. Who knows how many times?
Yep. Yes, son.
is, do you guys remember any shows that you watched at an age when you probably shouldn't have been watching,
Okay,
or if
so
your
that
friends
is-
So
knew
all
you were
pornography.
watching it, they give you a hard time? I think Eureka's Castle is definitely one of those for me, and I'm sure there's more. Love to hear your guys' answers, and I can't wait to hear your voices as soon as I get off this phone. Love you guys.
Oh, Lord.
Bye.
Oh, Adam.
Shows that we watched that we were too old to watch.
Power Rangers was a big one for me. I liked Power Rangers when I was in 5th grade. I remember Power Rangers would play in the morning when I would get ready for school, and it would also play in the afternoon when I got out of school. And I would watch it in the morning because I knew there's no way anyone would catch me watching it. But after school, I would totally play it off and be like, no, I don't have to get home at like 3 for any particular reason.
Naruto.
Naruto, really? Like you felt...
Naruto shipping is a little aged with his audience, but
Yeah.
the original Naruto, like early Naruto, does have like kid vibes to it.
Yeah,
you
totally.
know?
Absolutely, it does. I've played earlier Naruto for Henry, and even he was like, this is fucking baby
It's
shit.
a baby show.
Yeah, it is a baby show. He'd call it a baby show. And I was like, yeah, you're right. All right, I guess I'll play some Attack on Titan for you. All right, one more call.
Yeah.
Yeah? Sounds
Yeah,
good?
one more.
This is from Adam. Again,
Okay.
beloved Adam. We're listening.
What's up, Tadpog? Immediate second call after the first call.
Excellent.
First off, I want to apologize to Tyler because after I hung up that phone, I doubted Tyler in my heart because
Because I knew he was going to say Naruto. And in my mind, that is completely unacceptable for a good Christian relationship boy.
20 years ago, when I was 13, I can't imagine watching Eureka's Castle. Now, I wouldn't put it past me because I love Power Rangers and VR
Naruto.
Troopers and the Donkey Kong Country cartoon show.
Which I have never seen any of the Donkey Kong Country cartoon other than maybe like a few minutes on YouTube. I didn't even know it was a thing, dude, until like we did our
I never
episodes
heard
on
of it,
Donkey
yeah.
Kong Country.
Long after I should have, for sure. But because there was a little doubt in my heart, I got on the internet, and I shouldn't have because I felt like I was betraying Tyler. But I'm glad that I did because Eureka's Castle debuted in 1989. So I was not 13. It's funny that I made a joke about Tadpog math a minute ago because then when I go on here and find out that we've been on for 30 years, almost 30 years rather than 20 years, that makes a little more sense. In 1989, I was just 5. So I can imagine watching this show. at 6 and 7 years old. So I feel better. TADPOG Nation doesn't think I'm a freaking creep because I'm watching this at 13. But I just wanted to let you know.
No, they don't, but I do. It does not look good for you because I know you made this call when that episode was current, but it doesn't look good because it's like a year later. I'd like to make a correction.
Well, see, because I got that information from my time hop that morning.
Yeah.
So even if it was saying Eureka's Castle went off the air 20 years ago, that would have mean that episode was in 2015. So time hop led me astray on that.
Wait,
one.
what about 2015? Oh, when you saw
Eureka's Castle went off the air in 95.
Okay.
So-
Okay, I got you.
So even if they said it ended 20 years ago,
Time
they
hop
was
done
still
gotcha.
wrong. Time hop, yeah.
Time hop done
Which
got
I've
you.
thought about uninstalling it anyway because
Yeah, because clearly fake news.
well, just yeah,
Clearly.
CNN and Time Hop.
Urban Dictionary, clearly.
It keeps showing me old tweets, which I clearly did not say.
But
Time
honey,
Hop, fake news.
what's that about? All right, so you're going to go on the record?
Time Hop was wrong.
All right, Time Hop was wrong. So we're,
I apologize for giving everyone fake news.
on Time Hop's behalf, we're gonna,
I contributed
you'll
to fake
apologize.
news via Time Hop.
Look, man, anytime Eureka's Castle facts come up, you got to check that shit, dude.
Yep.
You got to.
You gotta.
100% guarantee that Tyler knows it's 30 years, but said 20 by mistake. I guarantee it.
No,
Tyler, comments?
I think Time Hop was just wrong.
Yeah, I agree. I think Time Hop was just wrong.
And Tyler, if I'm wrong, don't admit it on the air. Let's just,
Shit.
we got to have.
Can we just go back like 3 minutes? I'm going to edit all this out.
Okay, yeah.
Just pretend like you meant 30.
Oh, yeah, so yeah, 30.
Yeah,
of course.
okay. All right.
Of
Oh,
course.
wait. I got to do a marker. All right.
Oh, yeah, 30 years. Yeah,
That's right.
it.
Yeah, that
That's
was it. That was it. for
You're
sure.
right, Adam.
All right.
You
an
know me
airtight
so
alibi,
well.
You and I.
He does.
I freaking love you. Even though I'm getting Dave's face tattooed on my butt, you're in my heart. All right.
Fuck
I love
you,
you guys.
Adam.
Talk to you soon.
Gonna get Dave. Oh, you don't want my face on your ass. You want Dave's pretty face. Like, fine.
Do you think
Fine.
the butthole is my mouth? And my facial expression is surprised?
I hope
Or
so.
like I just ate a lemon or something? Like my face is all like
There you
scrunched
go.
up.
There you go.
But when he says that you're in his heart, that makes me think that is a more invasive tattoo because he's gonna get his rib cage cracked
Oh,
open,
okay.
pulled open, and they're gonna tattoo your face on his heart.
If you do that, we're cool. Otherwise, we are not.
We are done. There is actually
Delete this podcast.
there are people who have said in the past that they're gonna get a Tadpog tattoo. You know this is fact.
Yeah.
And you know my stance on that is please don't do that.
Oh, I say fucking do it.
But I'll change that if you get it on your heart. If you get that tattoo on your heart, which means that you have to find the perfect Venn diagram where the failed tattoo artist became a surgeon or vice versa, and has to perform the surgery and give you the tattoo.
There you go.
And that's the only case you can get a Tadpog tattoo.
Or there's a brilliant surgeon from overseas who, due to political pressure, had to come here for asylum, but they couldn't get their medical license recognized. So now they do heart tattoos.
Now they do jailhouse tattoos
Yeah.
on your heart
Yep.
because that's where you keep all your secrets.
It's like that.
and love.
In the office, the janitor, the Japanese janitor,
Yeah.
who said,
Right,
best
yeah.
surgeon in Japan.
I love that. I love that. Man, that is a fucking deep cut
I
from the
kill
office,
Yakuza
dude.
boss on purpose.
My goddamn, do you remember his name? Because I don't.
don't.
Damn it. All right.
Best surgeon number one.
Which also proves what we were talking about with Stanley, the Game and Watch. If you pause it, it's actually in that episode.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you know that the janitor is actually played by the composer of Donkey Kong 3?
Oh, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yep.
Also, Eureka's Castle came out 20 years ago.
It did. Your parents lied to you about how old you are, Adam.
Ooh,
that's why.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Yeah, did you ever think about
Your
that?
parents are goddamn liars.
Did you ever think about that, Adam? Maybe it's that. Before you start, I don't know, getting on your Google machine and looking shit up, why don't you ask your parents what they think? That's what I say, bud. Love you, Adam. Thank you for calling. Got anything else you want to do, Tyler? You want to roll this up like a rug?
I'm good because I think I might have a draft.
A draft, like a fantasy football draft or something? Or you're doing a fantasy football thing?
For Blake's league.
Oh, are you getting like messages like, where the fuck are you?
Well, I just got one that's saying video chat. And I was like, oh,
okay.
is that today?
So we should wrap this then.
Maybe.
All right. Let's do it.
Okay. Thanks for listening, everybody. You can find the show on iTunes, YouTube, Stitcher.
Yeah.
So to miss the next episode, Dave, what you want to do?
We haven't talked about this yet. What I would really like to do, since it's the game over at the Retro Video Game of the Month Club, is Super Mario Land 3, Wario Land, because we talked about wanting to do that when we did Super Mario Land 2. Would you be down for that?
Yeah, sounds good.
I think it's a pretty short game. I think we'd be able to get through it in a week.
Okay.
Plus, everyone, if you haven't already checked out the Retro Video Game of the Month Club, Stephen Michael runs that. You probably know him from Nerdy Thursday and stuff like that. So check them out. It's a Facebook group. It's essentially like a book club where each month we vote on a game that we're going to play and talk about in that group. And it's really fun. It's really cool. There are a lot of cool people there, a lot of other podcast hosts and stuff like that. So it's really neat. I definitely recommend you check it out. So you'd be good with that?
Yeah, sounds great.
And I know we've still got, I do want to do, of course, Shining Force. I want to do that. I'm still playing through that slowly. I have only done one session. And I, of course, want to do Silent Hill 2 as soon as we can as well. So those are definitely on the list.
All right. That's what we're doing next.
All right.
Let's see.
Also, big thank you to everybody who's like, I have Donkey Konga drums that we'll let you borrow. So
yes.
Blumpkin Bear has, I think he's sent those already. I'm not positive, but I think that he has. But there were multiple other people who were like, I've got those if you guys ever want to.
Thank you.
So that's really fucking sweet of you guys.
Oh, yes. Hey, you want a shirt?
Yeah, I do.
I
haven't worn one all day.
Catechism Cow. Matt Cowan bought one, posted it.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, I saw that too. Yeah, that's awesome, Matt. You can get those at where?
At shirts.tadpog.com.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah.
Shirts.
Shirts.
We actually have we've sold some. That's been great. We had a lull for a long time, and then we had a little bit of a burst. So that's been cool.
Hey, we got a Patreon.
We do have a Patreon. Hey, did you enjoy this? Did you enjoy this episode where we talked about poop and cum and a butt, but also Donkey Kong 3 for a little bit? If you did, it would really mean a lot to me, and I'm sure Tyler as well, but I don't want to put words in his mouth. If you would go to patreon.com/tadpog and chip in $1. If you chip in $1, it helps us keep doing this thing, and also honestly makes us feel really good. That's a big part of it. Because weirdly doing the show and getting some compensation for it is a super, super good feeling.
Yes.
But you also do get access to all the bonus episodes that we've
Michael
done.
Scott, yeesh.
Yeesh. Me love you, Long Tim. You can also get access to all the bonus episodes that we've done and the bonus episodes that we will be doing. Tyler and I need to set aside some time to play Cody Stinson's, Shadowrunner Cody's Garfield board game that he sent us while we do the Death Nut Challenge and suck on the toe of Satan. That's gonna be our next Patreon thing. That will be a video. And I believe that we're working on getting Melissa in on that. Is that a thing that may potentially be
Melissa
happening?
and Ashley both
back again from the One Chip Challenge. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. So I'd like to take a moment to thank everybody who has recently upped their donations and new donors. I'd like to thank Sean Barry, our very own Blumpkin Bear, for upping his donation. Thank you very much. It's very much appreciated. And we have a new donor, Dr. Bustos. Dr. Bustos. So thank you very much for the donations. That's really fucking awesome. It feels good.
Hey, you want to call us like Adam does?
Yeah, right. Yeah. You know that guy Adam who calls us a lot? You want to be like him?
You can call that number 270-883-2555. Hey, there's the Tadpog Facebook group. Hey, there's another Tadpog Nation secret group.
Where
all the fucked up shit happens.
Yeah.
So you can join those. And our theme song is Moose by Sycamore Drive. Look at that track and find the show notes at tadpog.com.
I have one more thing.
Yeah, do it to it.
Tadpog Prom is the thing that happens in March at the Louisville Arcade Expo. I mentioned this on the last episode, but you probably know Sandwich Pope Phil from Tadpog Nation Facebook group, and you probably know him from a bunch of episodes where he's guested on. His family has a no-fly zone. They've got they're blacked out on flights because they're putting a roof on their house this year. But we found a loophole, which I'll be honest. Sandwich Pope Phil's wife Bulbasaur is annoyed by, but okay with. She signed off on, but she's annoyed by it, which makes me.
He found that workaround.
Yeah,
or the workaround was found for him.
Right,
it was
exactly.
Not his idea.
Yeah, it wasn't his idea. I love Bulbasaur, but the fact that it annoys her actually kind of excites me, and it makes me want to make sure that it really happens. We've gotten a lot of donations. We're trying to raise $1,000 to get Phil to Tadpog Prom. If you haven't been to Tadpog Prom, you should probably go. It's a lot of fun. But we're like at like $520, I think, which is
I still have to throw in, which I'm going to do later this week.
Awesome, which is really good. So I guess my point is, it's not a done deal. It's not a thing that it's 100% going to happen. I feel good about it. I hope that it does happen because Tadpog Prom without Phil, he was at the first one, and it's like, and he's a friend. I like him a lot. I want him to be there. You know what I mean? Like that's.
Oh, super drunk like Phil Hawkins. Yeah, it's a good. It's a beautiful thing.
It's really good. So if you Capsaicin Czar created a GoFundMe for that, you can find it on the Tadpog Nation Facebook group. You can also find it in the show notes at tadpog.com. You can also find it at bit.ly/getphil2prom. Each word capitalized, please. But I wanted to read something because we're not there yet. We're not there yet. We're not to the goal. I wanted to read something that Phil said it was okay to read. And I meant to do last episode. This is what you're going to get if you kick in. If you kick in to get Phil to Tadpog Prom, this is a quote, a direct quote from Phil. Okay, here we go. Direct quote from Phil. But I've made my peace with skipping 2019. So I'm not going to be heartbroken if it doesn't happen. Cool gesture, though. I'd be everyone's Kenny. This is the part where we underline, all right? This is the part that we underline. I'd be everyone's Kenny and eat/drink whatever I was told to. One chip challenge? Okay, give me 5. More sweet as shit liquor? Fucking A, I'll chug it. Put another hole in the wall? Maybe. and then I ask him, mind if I quote you on that? And he says, oof, that'll come back to bite me in the ass.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
But sure.
Fuck. Oh.
Sweet as shit liquor I can do. Spicy stuff would be a struggle. But for this group, yeah.
Oh, Bulbasaur, you're gonna get back a different man.
Yeah, he's gonna come. He's gonna come back different for sure. And
he's gonna get back and not want to come back anymore.
Exactly. And another thing I want to point out.
I'm gonna come in Phil's mouth.
So I really need you guys to make this happen.
Somebody put in $200. I'm gonna come in Phil's mouth.
That's how Tadpog gets on Pornhub. Like, what's the title of that? Podcast host comes in man's mouth.
Bear on Bear GoFundMe page.
Open wide for Chunky.
and I will scream that as I do it.
So if you want to see that happen at Tadpog Prom, we just need like $480 more, I think.
Phil chugs Tyler's horse emission.
Also, I want to point out that it is Phil's birthday during that weekend, so that's also kind of part of it.
Oh, yeah.
If you want to treat it as like a cool thing that you're doing for a buddy.
I'm going to eat a lot of zinc and edge for like 2 weeks beforehand.
Okay, this title, this Pornhub title is evolving to
a 4chan post.
Yeah, weird middle-aged bukkake.
That's where it bought you in the ass.
So there
Phil.
we go. Hopefully we'll see some more donations come in after that. That's my biggest hope. I think that's all I got, man.
All right.
You can find us on Twitter, Tadpog _podcast. You can find us on Facebook. I stream on Twitch. Just look up Tadpog on Twitch. You'll find us. I usually do that on Sunday nights. If you want to hang out, come hang out, help with achievements. It'll be fun. Sometimes I drink a lot. Sometimes I don't. I'm kind of like a Mounds.
We got Instagram, Tadpog _podcast. I posted my games and Taco John Cup on there.
Oh, nice. I need to follow us on Instagram. I don't have it. I kind of do have an Instagram account, but it's technically Henry's where I put like 5 baby photos on there, and I was like, Instagram is kind of dumb, isn't it? And then I just kind of stopped doing it.
So, hey, you want to close this out, Dave?
You want to close it out? Oh, there's so many options. We can close it out as our favorite Stanley. It's both. It was both can be Stanley from The Office.
I'm trying to think of other Stanley. No, there's one other Stanley.
All right, you gonna do that one?
I'm gonna do that one.
All right.
So until next time. Tropical Capricorn.
Capricorn.
Dorothy, come on, it's just help me make some money, Dorothy.
Did I stutter? Which is great with yours.
Yeah.
So we worked on that
Stanley Zbornak asking Stanley from the office for money. And now a dramatic reading by Tyler Holland. Ring. Ready. Here we go. Wow, what? Where? Well, huh? I know. Guys. Ready. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. You, oh, who? You. You, we. You, we. You see who? Eureka. Who, me? No, you don't. You see Eureka's castle. Eureka's castle, yes, you, Eureka's me. G, me, G, what a wonderful place to be. Eureka's castle. Yes, us, play, we, you, me, 1, 2, 3, castle.
Has anyone done Eureka's Castle Black? Like Eureka's Castle Game of Thrones mashup? Because like that totally needs to be a thing. It's Castle Black, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because I'm about to say, if I got that wrong, I'm not going to edit it. You're just going to have to do that dramatic reading again.
Yep.